Y'all are early. Well, we're early too, so.
It makes up for the time that we were late. We're banking time for later.
Just like when you're at work, you've done all them overtime, so you're like, yeah, you don't want me to hit OT? Let me go home 4 hours early. We are, in fact, super early because we were supposed to be here at 6, and we're 5 minutes early.
That's not super early. I mean, we're technically always here, so...
Yeah, true. I don't know what just happened, but, like, hair just flew into my throat. Whew. Yo, what's up, Piku? If we're early, why were you up? Shut up. No, are you late? Nope. Weekly fact stream? I don't know if it's facts.
These is pure facts, and then we move over to a video that may or may not be facts.
So yeah, we're doing a double feature today, guys. In fact, let me add that other video right now. Where was it? Did I download it?
Oh my goodness!
I don't think I downloaded it. Well, by the time it's downloaded, it'll be... What was it called?
Problems with One Piece. Something.
One Piece Problems by Daniel Greene. We went through a lot of options of what we wanted to do. Because this came out 3 days ago, and we were like, we really want to do this early. But we still needed to finish this up, so we
didn't really want to do this early. The mobs in the Discord wanted us to.
They wanted it bad. Oh, I just got done watching it before this live stream. Like, just before.
I have not watched it yet.
That's good. I don't know if Netflix, because, you know, they had those black overlays with the translation. I don't know if somebody was lying on them, or if Netflix took them away because they were just not there when I was watching. Double whammy facts.
Yeah, it was me and Gavin and a bunch of other people chanting for it. I'm like, hey, we give the people what they want. Apparently, I don't know.
What's up, dummy?
Sometimes.
Don't eat paper. It could be health benefits. I think it's something with your heart.
Fiber.
I'm
not saying strictly eat paper. I'm not saying if there's a delicious golden corral steak in front of you and a sheet of paper, you go for the paper. I'm saying that
you might as well.
Can be eaten in certain circumstances.
I feel like that's very much the type of how much stuff are you supposed to eat? Because it's like apple a day, a little bit of paper every now and again, a glass of wine.
Yeah, it's too much of just like, I think it's just the vitamins is the most important thing.
Sure.
So the apple gives you whatever the vitamins that you need, as does the wine and the paper as well. Paper a day.
You guys watched the new season of You? Not yet. I haven't watched any of You, but it's on my list of things to watch. I want to get through a couple other things, though. I can't watch the first episode of Comey until tonight. It's going to be awesome. Absolutely it was. It was really good.
Have you played Sora and Smash? Absolutely. The man is very, very fun. Having a lot of fun with Sora. It's everything that I wanted, and I'm happy. But the first couple days of just like Sora mirror matches, so I didn't really get a good feel of really anything in terms of Sora.
Alfonso, should I read or watch Comey? So from the first episode, some of the jokes were better in the manga, but some of them were better in the anime. So it's really preference at this moment. But they're doing it weekly.
So if you want it all right now, you go to the manga.
But it also makes me scared for part 6 that we're gonna get weekly part 6, and I'm not for that. I want it.
It is what it is. It's a schedule. It's a weekly schedule. It's been that forever.
What's up, Don? Yeah, people saying that it's floaty. Okay, it's time to start this nonsense.
But it's like he did that for a reason. Because like if you take fucking Hueco Mundo, right, and you compare it to Soul Society, and they're like, oh, why are these societies? I mean, like,
already
we never left.
Oh already.
We never left.
With just this, I'm wrong, I'm the wrong guy voice.
Why do these societies run similarly? I mean, like, let's go to the complete entire concept of a society, right? You know, you're going to have people in higher positions and people in lower positions.
The argument is not that the societies run similar. It's the circumstances that we find ourselves within that society, which is similar.
Yes.
You're attacking the wrong argument.
Like, did these people, like, expect something different? Because, like, that's how societies are supposed to be run. Like, you can't just... Because
society is supposed to be run with people on a higher plane and someone on a lower plane.
With strength ruling in regards to Hueco Mundo, because it's just the strongest is the ruler. It's not how society runs.
that's what that would no longer make it a society. So when people try and say they don't like how Hueco Mundo is the same thing as a soul society, I'm like, this is literally just a society in a...
Do you think Hueco Mundo is a society? It's very much just survival of the fittest, everybody by themselves. When Grinjaw had his little friends die, he was like, this ain't what it's supposed to be.
Society, the aggregate of people living together in a more or less ordered community. It's not ordered.
Oh, Hueco Mundo is definitely not ordered.
No.
I'm the skrunkest.
There's literally no money. It's not even like we don't know about the money in Soul Society. There's literally no currency in Hueco Mundo that we know of. Shut up about that book over there.
the place. And
You didn't miss anything. We just started, Jet.
Yeah, didn't you read the newspaper article from 2004 where Kubo said, "No, I didn't. What now?
Should I have?
Should I have to?"
A society in another place, and I don't understand.
Yeah, I'll say Aizen forced the structure where it was just like, there's classes, you're the stronger, so you get these perks and stuff and stuff like that. Whereas before it was just like, I'm the king of Hueco Mundo because I'm the strongest, but I don't give a what's going on.
And why? Like, what's the problem with that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Facts.
It shows like another side of the coin that I think you don't always get.
Yeah, that just really gets undermined. But enough about Bleach. Let's get on to one that I personally really want to talk about. Let's get on Naruto, alright? Okay,
Right.
you guys can have whatever opinion you want out of all of these series, alright? All three of these series. You can not like it, you can like it aesthetically, not like it aesthetically, or whatever floats your boat, right? But when it comes to Naruto, I feel like I just feel like it's really unfair how Naruto gets treated, right? Because
Compared to Bleach?
I just want to say that he said all of that. You can like it, you can not like it. If it's not to your aesthetic, whatever. I just feel like it's unfairly treated. He said that was legit like 20 seconds of talking. Just to be like, the whole video's about how the big three are treated unfairly. Why do you have to introduce Naruto as is being treated unfairly? Facts as well. It does.
I feel like I just feel like it's really unfair how Naruto gets treated, right? Because personally, I don't like Naruto's not my favorite manga. I do have issues with Naruto, but it's not like I'm gonna sit here and not respect what the.
We're back to this respect argument.
We never left.
You can respect what some criminal did, but they're still a criminal.
Goodness. What a horrible argument. Do you think that they have had to properly defend something ever?
In a long form discussion, I do not believe so. I believe maybe, they're talking with their friends like, man, Bleach is trash. No, it's not. This was good. This was good. This is awesome. Whatever, trash. Maybe a 2-minute discussion. As opposed to us, we will argue about food for 14 minutes.
It's because they just go right back to this. It's like we're going back to the respect things of all the stuff that you could talk about Naruto.
With Naruto, but it's not like It's not like I'm gonna sit here
Yes, they
and
did,
not
Jet.
respect what the series has done, and I'm not gonna look at the qualities that the series does have. Like, I don't know why, for some reason, people think I hate Naruto, because I actually grew up on Naruto, and it was my favorite anime at a point in time. But, like, I mean, I just kind of, my taste kind of changed, and, you know, stuff like that happens, but...
Here's the thing. I don't think people's tastes change. I think they get more within them and their tastes grow. Mm-hmm. Which is different from actual change, where it's like, I liked this before, but now I don't because my taste itself has changed. No, I've consumed more, and I see now that this has so many more problems than I was blind to because I hadn't consumed enough.
But there's also instances of just like, hey, I'm a big action guy, and then you see a whole bunch of romance go, I don't like action anymore. I like romance.
I don't think anybody stops liking action as a whole because they like romance. Like right now, I'm trying to get into more slice of life stuff, and I just picked up another manga I really like.
And what's that?
Yomi, something like that. Horiyama. There we go. Yeah, you can look it up. But I'm not gonna stop going to my horror manga or my action supernatural bullshit mangas.
But there are people like that. But then again, there are people for everything.
Yeah, true. There's people that put ketchup on steak.
Yeah, the right people. Naruto has the worst main cast of the big three.
Yes.
Yeah.
I had to think about it
for a second. Then
not even
like
second.
Konoha 11, like 5 of them are worthish.
Horimiya, yep, you're right. Thank you, Zeke. It's a good manga. I mean, it's not Komi, but it's a good manga.
Taste kind of changed, and, you know, stuff like that happens. But my big issue with Naruto is, I think it feels like people aren't allowed to say Naruto is their favorite on the internet.
Yes, we are censoring people from saying it.
They're gonna get instantly attacked. Nobody's gonna defend them. It's gonna be one person versus all of Twitter the second that they go, I love Naruto and it's my favorite.
You are allowed to say it, but just know that you might get some dissenting opinions on that.
Just like if you say it, if you hate it.
You might get some people that go, hey, yo, no, it's trash. And if you want to engage with that person, go right ahead. If you don't engage with them.
It's just that simple. Anything that you say, you're gonna get some dissenting opinions. People are gonna talk about it. Be it positive, be it negative. You're not just gonna be able to put whatever you want out there and then just walk away and be like, it's my opinion, whatever. Shut up, everybody.
I legit forgot my homework. You texted it?
I texted it to you!
You texted it at 2, and then I started reading that manga, and I was like, oh, it's 5:20.
I texted it to you!
And I didn't even
text it to you at 2. I texted it to you before that!
Oh, no, yeah, it was like 10.
Oh, my goodness!
I just saw it at 2.
You piece of crap!
Yeah, that's my fault.
Oh, yeah, Triton counted the likes, and he says, like, 370.
What? 370 times?
It's a big number.
That's more wins than some anime wins videos! How do you say like that much?
Allowed to say Naruto is their favorite on the internet or in any anime community without getting some like weird look or getting some stank eye like, oh, you're an anime scrub because you like Naruto.
Or fairy tale.
Like, bro,
or fairy tale.
Yeah, like I can't.
Like, I can't be like, I love One Piece and get the same stares from certain people.
Yes. Like, I don't know what the argument here is.
Don't talk about things negatively. Just let people enjoy whatever they want to enjoy and don't engage.
Hey, if you like it, why do you care if someone gives you a stank eye?
Yeah, what is that? How does that affect what you doing? Oh, you don't like Naruto? Okay, we ain't got to talk about Naruto like that. Or, hey, you don't like Naruto? Why don't you like Naruto? Let's talk about it. Or, you don't like Naruto? When? My opinions.
Like, oh, you're an anime scrub because you like Naruto.
Or fairy tale.
Like, bro,
or fairy tale.
Yeah, like I can't like Naruto.
Fairy Tail's the same way.
Yes.
Any popular series, but I think Naruto gets it the most.
Like,
and I don't mean to.
Who cares
Who
if
cares?
it gets a lot of stank eye?
This is 0% of an argument. This is nothing. What are you talking about?
cut you off on this, but like I really think part of it, because like I think it happens for a reason. I brought this up like before, right? Naruto's fan base was disgusting, like trash, you know? So I'm pretty sure a lot of it, like, here's the thing. At the end of the day, a series is its series, separated from its fan base. But there is no denying that when a fan base or a person talks so much crap, as soon as there's a gap of like an opening for weakness, you are going to destroy that person. And that's what people did when Naruto ended. Now, look, Naruto's ending, I don't...
What the are they talking about? Make an argument. Defend the series. Yo, I love the art style. The action is good. People rag on Sasuke for this, and this, and let me go. No, he is likable for this, and this. Don't just talk about the nebulous fan base in 10 years ago when Naruto ended. I don't care. What is this video?
What I don't understand is why grown men could possibly care about what people on the internet think of their taste in fiction. Absolutely. Gavin, roughly what I believe he was saying was, because the Naruto fan base was so headstrong and forceful with how great Naruto was, that the second there was bad things in it, people jumped on it to rub it in their face and go, this is trash. And they kept piling that stuff on their face to just go, this is trash, because you were talking all that high about it. Because they just got tired of him. They got annoyed by him. And I think that's what he's talking about.
But this isn't worthy of discussing.
No!
Who cares?
Who could possibly care?
When we did the because reasons on Boruto and the two Demon Slayers, we barely talked about the fans and the fan base. What do we have to say? Oh, people like it. Whatever.
These fans are nuts.
They're nuts about it. And they're just action monkeys. Ain't nothing we can do about that. Let's talk about the problems in the series.
Now, look, Naruto's ending, I don't think it's perfect. I definitely still think the Kaguya thing was a pretty big issue, being that an antagonist of that size should be foreshadowed probably a lot more than Madara, right? Even though that wasn't the case, and a lot of other plot holes you could point to, and just really cheap conveniences. But overall, I think the war arc is a bit better than people might say it is, because it does end with Naruto versus Sasuke, which is one of the best fights in the series.
So that's why the entirety of the war arc is better than people say it is.
Yes.
Because Naruto v Sasuke happened.
Over 100 chapters. Yeah, there's plot holes. Yeah, there's inconsistencies. Yeah, Kaguya
Plot
comes out of nowhere. But we got the Naruto versus Sasuke, so it's better than people think that it is. Why do people engage with these people?
Why do these people engage with themselves? Because how can you hear what you just said and go, wait, that doesn't raise the entirety of the war
one thing.
Because one fight happened. That's like if all of the tuning exams was trash and they went, but Lee gotta. Like, it's not enough.
War arc was kind of draining, not gonna lie. Absolutely. Especially reading week to week back then. It was just like endless, going.
Reading as a marathon. It was draining.
I guess it's just draining all throughout.
It legit, there were times where I had scrolled like 5 times and I didn't absorb any of that information. And I just have to stop for the day. I scroll back 5.
It's just like, well, my brain is just not here today.
It's not absorbing the information.
It's gone. And there's no recovering it then.
But, like, when Naruto fans were talking so much crap, and I wasn't even on Twitter back then, but I can only imagine, bro. Like, so
you don't even know. Why are you talking?
So what evidence, what references are you using to say that they talk so much trash? Hearsay from other people? Of course, if they're Naruto fans, they're going to skew it. They're going to be like, oh man, it was a thread in 500 people. As soon as one person said, I like the war arc, they all just piled on them, and then they left Twitter. Of course you're going to hear crap like that when you're not there. This is not any kind of an argument.
I can only imagine, bro. Like, and because I get like comments from Naruto fans all the time, like to this day, so I know how bad it can get. Is like, as soon as Naruto's ending hit, I know people
Bro.
were just waiting, you
Yes,
know?
bro.
And so from then on, it was like just straight on slander on all of Naruto. And I think that was really a retaliation to like the Naruto fan base itself.
Can you give an example of a single point of slander?
Hey, you have two former Naruto fans right here. Loved Naruto up until basically the time skip. A little after, I'd even say. No. It is so bad. Shippuden, the post-time skip stuff, is 8 to 10. 8 bad, 2 good.
Because it's the Naruto show, it's the Sasuke show. All your side characters don't get basically anything. Like Lee is tragic. How nothing he becomes.
Why even come back as a ninja?
Why? There's no point.
Which is a shame. Because I think Naruto has a lot of compelling aspects. Like we were talking about One Piece and Bleach, right?
Mm-hmm.
One Piece has like Doflamingo, right? Bleach has Aizen, and Naruto has Pain. Like all of these series, and that's just
You named one villain from every one of them and go, well, they're basically the same series. They're all compelling.
3 different villains, different motivations, different introductions, different fighting styles, powers, personalities, and he just goes, they're all just compelling. That's my point. Yeah. He didn't say Madara, because that's where I thought he was going.
How could you?
Because Madara is beloved.
How could he be?
One of these, big strong. The biggest, the strongest.
The big strong.
And that's what people love, the big strong.
like all of these series, and that's just like a minor example, like 3 antagonists, right? But like you could go into it.
That's a minor example? You named 3 people.
I think it's not even the minor example. I think he meant it was a small sample size. Just a villain from each one. And roughly a main villain of a major arc, as opposed to a Buggy versus like Ikaku.
And he ascribes a single trait being compelling and does not explain any sort of compelling attributes.
Further,
but you know what he's talking about, so he doesn't need to.
With its fights, like all of these series, and Naruto included, have so many good things to offer that I think people like just block themselves away from.
Demon Slayer got good things to offer. Jujutsu Kaisen got good things to offer.
I think every series...
A piece has good things to offer. It can be fertilizer. It can feed flies. That's not an argument. That's nothing.
And I think flies are instrumental in chocolate.
Something like that.
So it's all cyclical. So those offer good things. I think a 1 out of 10 series can offer good things. I think a 0 out of 10 series can offer good things. Because somebody could give some torture porn a 0 out of 10 because it was just so grotesque. Whereas somebody that likes that stuff would go, oh, it was 8 out of 10. But you could probably go, wow, it was really well done prosthetic effects and stuff. But my God, it looked horrific. What is he talking about?
I saw what happened to Orochimaru in Shippuden. He was sick, and then he did a big snake thing, and then Sasuke killed him, and then he was inside Sasuke, and then Itachi trapped him within his sword or his shield, whichever one that was, and then he was in Kabuto, and then he came out, and then he healed people, and then he's good, and he's forgiven, and he's in a cave over there, and he's cool. I guess Anko has no problem with him being right over there as he ruined her life, and he's actively stolen faces and killed people and told people to fight in a deathmatch Joker style, and whoever wins get to be my body. That's fine.
Why wouldn't it be?
Boy, Naruto gets way too much slander.
Because they were like, you know, like stuff like word of mouth and all the other factors.
Wow, did somebody not read the series and go, this is trash? Did they just
No, they're not allowed to.
Did they just hear a bunch of people go, yo, Naruto trash? Naruto's trash!
I also believe that Naruto is trash based upon what that guy said. oh, let's engage on why Naruto is trash. No. That's the type of person that goes, I like Naruto, and then that person who heard that Naruto is bad, they give the stink eye.
Jay, it's easy. The second hit heavy.
Shut up about
heavy. The second Sasuke started going for heavy. That's when Shippuden gets bad. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to just go to random chapters in Naruto before heavy, and then random chapters after, and you tell me that it is not a stark difference. You tell me, you lie to my face that it is not a stark contrast between before and after heavy.
That I was kind of like bringing up earlier while I was going on like a bit of this ramble, if you will. But yeah.
Are you good? Also, see, with Naruto, I feel like a lot of YouTubers kind of ruined what it did have, because it's like people go like, oh, this is just, oh, if you like Naruto, you're new to anime. But like sometimes that might not even be the case. Like I see a lot of people who will rep Naruto, but they won't rep it as one of their favorites. I'm like, that's kind of sad to me, because like,
what if it's just not one of their favorites?
Hey, I like Naruto. It's like a 7.5. I have a bunch of 8s and 9s and 10s over here, though.
What's the problem with that? I like Naruto. Is it one of your favorites? Not necessarily.
We're not going to talk about the way he said Naruto.
It's fine. That's too many U's, Oracle.
It's like people beat down Naruto so hard. If you rep it, you get seen as like a manga casual or anime casual. Like,
okay, why would I care if somebody saw me as manga or anime casual?
What do you do to get out of that in somebody's eyes of being a casual?
Does the person you're talking to think you are lesser for being a casual? If so, stop engaging with them conversationally.
It means nothing that somebody thinks that you're a casual. Unless you're actively trying to critique something and you go, oh, Naruto is the greatest anime I've ever seen, and you've seen 2 anime, that's when the issue comes. But if you just go, hey, I like Naruto, what else are you saying? Cowboy Bebop, Trigun, blah, blah, blah. Whatever, like it.
It sucks because out of the big 3, this shit is ninjas. You can't like...
Pause. It's ninjas.
That's his argument.
It's ninjas.
We've got death gods, pirates, but this is ninjas. How are you?
But this is ninjas. How can you not like it? That's my argument. Like, of all the big 3, does Bleach have ninjas? Yes. Does One Piece have ninjas? Yes.
Does Naruto have death gods? Yeah, that's one.
Yeah, sure.
Do they have pirates? I don't think
I'm
so.
sure somebody could be considered a pirate once or twice.
What is he talking about?
Hey, there's ninjas. That's what he's talking about.
Anime casual, like, it sucks because out of the big 3, this shit is ninjas. You can't like personally like ninjas more than pirates or...
Pause.
That has nothing to do with if One Piece or Bleach or Naruto is hated.
It has nothing to do with the storytelling or anything. It's not just, if you look at it surface level, put all 3 of them in front of them and go pirates, death gods, and ninjas. You can go, yeah, ninjas. But once you get inside of it, it's like, okay, the ninja thing doesn't really matter to the story as a whole. So you're not critiquing the fact that they're ninjas. You're critiquing the story and the characters and the plot and the themes and whatever you got to. But it's not just, oh, you can't just like ninjas. That's not what anybody is saying. Like ninjas and hate Naruto. That's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, people love Ninja Scroll. I don't know what he's talking about here. Tenchu was a great ninja game. People love Ryo Hayabusa.
What is he talking about? It's ninjas. You can't like ninjas. You can.
Oh, in Bleach, the samurai-esque thing that they go... Shikigami, the samurai-esque thing they got going on. Like, why can't you just, like, have a preference like, hey, I like Naruto as a main character. And it's like, oh, you like him? You have more as a... Like, he's like your favorite main character ever? Well, he has trash writing, so you got shit takes. Like, you can't just be like, hey...
Naruto said, yes, Sakura is my girlfriend.
Oh, my goodness.
Based on that, he is an irredeemable bag to me. I do not care about Naruto. For the large part.
That's fine.
Naruto is mid. He has his highs, he has his lows. I care at times, I don't care at times.
Watch the Totally Not Mark video. You'll love Naruto, because that's all he talks about. Guzzling. The second one, much less so, but the first one is basically just, hey, Naruto the character, mwah. Do you think that he relates to Naruto? Oh, you better believe it.
Because he was a sad, lonely boy?
No, because he tries hard and he doesn't give up. And no, what he said was, of the three, Luffy, he didn't even say of the three, he said of what he's read, including Naruto and One Piece and stuff, Naruto's the only one with hard doubts. And that's why he relates to him. He goes, oh yeah, he was about to run against Zabuza, but then he looked down at his hand and he goes, no. That's what he said. It's really bad.
I personally like Naruto. You can never personally like something without somebody just...
As opposed to impersonally liking something? What are you talking about? You liking something is about personal.
Yes. And you can absolutely like something, but the moment that you say that it's good, we have a conversation that we need to talk.
As we've said, like what you like, and if you like something, I can't talk negatively or positively about it.
You think Mark is going to talk about how the manga retrofit all that privilege? Yes, but he's going to sweep it under the rug of, it's been long enough. Who knows if he's
Naruto
right
didn't know
and
about
he's not right and whatever. And Neji was right, Neji was wrong. Yeah, he's going to do whatever he can to spin it. I'm very curious about how he's going to feel about later Naruto. The war stuff, the Shippuden stuff. I'm very curious about that stuff. I'm not at all curious about anything before that. I know he's going to love it.
I don't think Mark's read My Hero.
He said that he read the first little bit of it.
Then he hasn't read it.
Like something without
He
somebody
read the good
just
stuff.
trying to shit on your opinion and try and take you down. Who can? Honestly, if you feel like Naruto has shit writing as a main character compared to the other characters, which honestly I don't feel like that's true, because I feel like Naruto has a shit ton of character development throughout the entirety of the story. But my thing here is, you know what? Why the fuck does that even matter? Who cares if somebody thinks this is bad or the mass opinion thinks...
So why do you care if somebody says it if you don't care about why? If somebody goes, Naruto's trash, and you're going, who cares? Why would you care that somebody said Naruto trash?
Yeah. You need to realize that
this whole discussion is about... This whole video is about stop hating on these things. Why would you care?
He didn't realize what just happened. That's the problem with talking for so long. And I don't know if he's not used to talking for so long or what, but he just devolves into, who cares? What is the point of the video then, exactly? Why are you doing the video if it comes down to, who cares?
Somebody thinks this is bad or the mass opinion thinks this said thing is bad. I feel like we should turn over a new leaf, especially when it comes to series like Fairy Tail and Naruto. And I feel like people should be able to be fans, and people should be able to, like these hardcore mangas and still be like, hey, but Naruto is up there for me, because...
Who's not allowed to like Naruto?
Or Fairy Tail?
Who is the gatekeeper of just going, you go to Crunchyroll, go type in your favorite manga, and you type in Naruto, and it just doesn't allow you in?
It cancels your subscription.
It blocks you from everything.
You're not allowed.
What is this argument?
It's like somebody at the door of a manga shop just yo, top 3 series. Naruto, Fairy Tail.
Walk.
Walk it. Oh no, okay, you go through that entrance, and it's just it goes straight to the back door.
But yeah, it's just
and you think if there's a very hardcore manga reader and anime watcher and stuff, and they still like Naruto, do you think they care that people go Naruto is trash? Because if they're hardcore, they've already seen all the nonsense. So they wouldn't give a...
But Naruto is up there for me, because I personally fuck with Naruto. That shit is in my top 10, and nothing is going to change. I don't give a fuck about what some other YouTuber thinks is generic. I don't give a fuck.
I'm about to tweet this out too.
This audio just cut out? Did he?
I
Was
don't
it a
know.
recording and he just stopped talking because he got too heated, and then they were like, "No, we gotta cut that."
You can't be saying them slurs, man.
Where things are generic. I don't give a fuck.
I'm about to tweet.
It did sound like it cut out.
It cut so quick, like so quick.
Should you read or watch Fairy Tail? It depends. It's really bad, but there's a lot of good stuff within it. You might like it. Give it a try. That's what I always say. Give it a good 3 or 10 episodes since it's a longer series. Within 10 episodes, you get like 2 or 3 arcs, so you get a good feeling of all the characters and stuff. If you like it, you like it. I personally don't like it, but it's still one of my favorite things on this planet.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm about to tweet this out too. Like whatever anime and manga you want. Don't let others tell you different. You like what you like.
Yes. Okay. Fine. Why would someone go, "I like Naruto," and I go, "You are a trash monster man"? Tweet facts.
That's what that and tweet just facts. That's all it is. Like who based upon just I like Naruto, I would never just go after somebody. I don't know them. I don't know what they've watched or read or anything.
Do you know how many times I'm scrolling Twitter and people are like, "My God, I love Demon Slayer. My God, I love Hunter x Hunter," and I'm just going, scroll.
That ain't none of my business. But once they just go, "Well, Hunter x Hunter better than One Piece," hey, maybe I'll hop into the conversation.
Maybe if I'm feeling
Maybe
it.
if I'm feeling it. But if you just go, "I like this thing," I'm like, whatever. I don't care. I'm not gonna sit there and be this fictional person that they've dreamt up where they go, "You're not allowed to like this thing."
Put that dash Deshaun. Or was it Rashawn?
Oh, it was me, Deshaun.
All right, bet. Yeah, I got it right the first time. I just want to make sure. I didn't want Rashawn to be like, "Fuck this dude."
Bro, it's crazy how you could like tell the difference already, bro. That's tough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
no.
peep it here and there.
Cut this out.
Did they give up?
Cut this part out. What are y'all doing?
There's 11 minutes left. What are they doing? Are they just like, are they just gonna start talking about weed and
Are they talking about the tweet? Like, cut this out.
they doesn't need to be here? You cut out that other dude.
Okay, no.
I peep it here and there. I peep the difference
well,
here.
So for example, like why like you should be able to like this manga, and just because you like Mass, I noticed that you've been making a lot of top 10s and people like to complain on what you have on your top 10s and stuff like that, right?
I'm sorry. Are people trying to start a discussion? When you put out a top 10 list, is it not there to be discussed?
Or do you just want to put out the video and just have people going, "I like it and I agree with it," and 0 dissenting opinions?
You want a bunch of thumbs up. You want 10K thumbs up, 5K comments going, "Good job."
What do you want? You can't just not want dissenting opinions. You can't just be like, "I'm just gonna put out my video and all positives, please." No one should be able to tell me that I'm not allowed to like this thing. Not allowed to like this thing, but
Have you seen those weird tweets such as, "If you like X series, you are getting blocked"? No, that's dumb. I would block them.
yeah, those people are quite dumb.
All the time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I might have seen
3
a
people,
series that
0 arguments. You are absolutely correct. There's not a single argument between the 3 of them, and it's amazing. You would think at least one person, but no, that's probably how they just became friends. They just sat there and just
Nothing.
yeah, the same, just 0, just like, "I like this thing. Good, I like this thing. I don't like that thing. Okay."
is like, quote unquote, one of the best mangas of all time. You know what? And if I put Naruto on top of that series, who the fuck cares?
Pause.
You care enough to put it out, so I care enough to comment. What's the problem?
What's the issue here? Why are you getting so defensive? If you like it enough, you should be able to like it enough to defend it. They have not said the word Sasuke.
This whole
They are just
Naruto
talking
thing-
about people not being able to like what they like and people criticizing what they like. That's all they've been talking about. They just wanted to talk about Bleach.
That was the main thing. It was like a compliment sandwich. Just like, Hey, you can use some work on this. Oh no,
Holy
this is great.
crap.
You can use some work on this. This is great.
At least they talked about Zoro and Sanji. They just going like what you like.
Which could have been slid into the other two. What's Naruto doing? What?
Because I should be able to like that because I fuck with Naruto.
You are able to like it.
No,
but
he's
people
not.
are able
I'm
to talk.
gatekeeping it. He's not allowed to like anything anymore. That's where I am right now.
This is very much what people believe censorship on things like Twitter is. I should be able to say the N-word. No, you are. But there's consequences.
Yes, there's
for
always
that.
going to be consequences.
It's not like China where you are just not allowed to say a
not.
thing. You can't go to certain websites. That's censorship. You put it on Facebook or Twitter, it is instantly blocked or taken down. That is censorship.
You're free to say whatever you want, but I'm free to respond however I want. You can't just say whatever you want and just go, no backlash, please. That's ridiculous.
Like me,
Right, yeah.
like me personally, like,
I didn't know the red flag was on YouTube, but that's
Dude,
the tweet.
I'm in love the red flag.
That's the tweet.
I love
there it is,
them.
Alfonso, right there.
because I fuck with Naruto. Like me,
Right, yeah.
like me personally,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know Naruto.
Like me, Alex. Like me personally. Legitimately just called it. That's all this video is.
Like me personally.
That's all. 3-minute video. Like me personally. Like what you like. Like out.
What's up, Coach?
Facts.
Like me personally, red flags.
Yeah.
Like me personally,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know Naruto isn't my personal favorite, but people
Like me personally, Naruto isn't my personal favorite. I mean, what are we even supposed?
What do you do with that? If Eric or Corey or one of our brothers says something like that, I'm like, hey, fix that sentence structure. I'd be all over them. You can't, no. Talking is hard. I guess.
like me personally,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you know Naruto isn't my personal favorite, but people should be allowed to do that.
Oh my goodness.
They're not disallowed to do it, but people are also allowed to call them out for it. What is the problem?
Why not make
This
talking
is
points?
factually a video file.
Why not make talking points? Talk about what you want instead of floundering on the 8th time of you going, you should be able to like Naruto. It's the simplest
This video,
thing.
honestly, should have been 16 minutes.
If that.
This is 43 minutes of I don't know what they're talking about. And the only reason it should have been 16 is Bleach probably would have been 12.
In the fan base
Right.
without being labeled as quote unquote like a casual whatever.
Okay, let them be called a casual. How does that hurt their feelings if they're casual? And if they, why would you
if it
care?
does hurt your feelings, watch more stuff. And then you won't be a casual anymore. It's up to you to be a casual. It's up to you to be offended by being called a casual. You can stop this. You can prevent this. Read more stuff or don't care. It's that simple.
You may call it. Well, here comes in the
Right.
question, right? Where it's like this, right? People forget that the list is something that the person likes and not, hey, this is a top 10 best mangas.
What? Unless you qualify it,
Yes.
it can be taken either way. Top 10. That's why I always ask top 10 what? Favorite or best? Because I want y'all to know the difference
There's a
when I
big
say what I say.
There is a huge difference.
So when someone says top 10, anybody could take it as, yo, it's good, or, oh, this is the things he likes.
Is a hard quality point to things, or yo, I just like big muscle ladies, and that's what you like over there.
As well you should.
Top 10 my favorite mangas, you know. top 10 best mangas and top 10 mangas that I like are two different things. And when people see like, this dude has fucking One Piece in 7th. Oh no! Like, dude.
Yeah, like I did too.
And what's wrong with me going, why is One Piece in 7? What
depending on what you have above it.
What qualities does something like an Attack on Titans have above something like a One Piece? If you sit there and it's a 10-minute video of your top 10 things, you just go, One Piece has great world building, great characters, it's very funny. And then you go over to a Fairy Tail, which is number 3, and then you go, Fairy Tail has great characters, great world building, and it's very funny. And then you moved over to number 2, it's like, well, you didn't really say anything that means that Fairy Tail is above One Piece, so I should be able to say, yo, why is this at number this? Where is this? This thing is very similar to this thing. Why is this not on the list? Have you not read it, or do you not like it? Do you not like it? Why don't you like it? I don't understand the problem with discussion, with dissenting opinions. Why are they trying to discourage this so much?
Why are they trying to discourage people from going, why is Naruto number 8 on your list?
Why?
What do you like about Naruto?
I did 2 separate lists, and like I've seen people be like, oh, like what's the difference? Like, bro, look, like Berserk is my number 1 manga, but I don't always.
Number 1 in what aspect? Favorite or best?
They already said there's a big difference between like and favorite, and they didn't qualify it at all. Not even a minute later after saying there's a big difference.
Berserk is my number 1 manga, but I don't always be reading it like that. Like, I like reading stuff like Kaguya-sama, GTO, Dragon Ball more, because I can have fun and I don't gotta be like, damn, life sucks. Like, you feel me? Like,
I feel you on that, bro. I definitely feel you on that. I like looking at OP stuff, man. And like,
right, exactly.
You know, for someone like me, I do love One Piece to death, but it's just not gonna hit that personal aesthetic that I'm looking for in what I'm reading. Yeah, like
it's One Piece doesn't hit that personal aesthetic I'm looking for in what I'm reading. What was even the sentence there? And I think he said personally beforehand.
Of course.
Can't have like a I love the fuck out of Oda's art style because I like that that is aesthetically pleasing to me. I like my sci-fi mangas like Blame and like Cyborg 009, and I like this old school cartoony looking manga because that is what's aesthetically pleasing to me. And I feel like if people can't have that aesthetically pleasing style that Naruto brings, that Masashi Kishimoto has brought, I feel like that's really that's just unfair because I see a lot of people repping Bleach in One Piece, but for some reason I just kind of feel like I'm not saying Naruto doesn't have a big fan base because obviously it has a ginormous fucking fan base, but I kind of feel like when it comes to like repping and showing your love for the series because like they kind of hide it. Yeah, I kind of feel like not only is it a little.
It's the same argument. He went from art style to something about repping your...
No periods, no commas. It is the same flow of words, and he just combos from, I like this, I like the aesthetic of One Piece. I also like the aesthetic of Naruto.
And I feel like people, the things that Kishimoto does art style-wise, and, you're not repping it as hard, liking it.
The aesthetic of Naruto. Yeah, it's just the aesthetic. I like the aesthetic of One Piece. Why does he look so chatty?
Yeah. Please join the Discord. If only every time we stream, so you can see Rex draw these in masterpieces. If only for that.
Holy crap.
So like repping and showing your love for the series because like they kind of hide it. Yeah, I kind of feel like not only is it a little hidden, but I feel like it's just coming off a lot less than what I used to see, and I just
because it's over. The series is done.
There's other things going on.
Bleach is getting a resurgence because it's got an anime coming out to finish up the story.
Boruto is a whole different conversation. Of course, the conversation of Naruto is over.
Do you think the conversation of Yu Yu Hakusho is as big as it was? Hunter x Hunter isn't as big as it was. It's technically still ongoing.
The biggest technically. Jay, I like Sonic. There's not really a Sonic game that I don't like. 06, except for 06 and Unleashed. I meme about 06. I mean, Unleashed a lot, but I don't like.
I don't know if 06 is bad or it's just buggy. Though the bestiality storyline,
that is very bad.
It was not hitting.
Hey, it was for the Sonic fandom. There's a certain sect of them just going, thank you so much. This is exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, but there's a certain subsect that wants big muscle, dicked Knuckles to hug them.
Absolutely.
See, and I just
It's the same with Bleach too. Like One Piece is one of those that it's one of the exceptions to like it's super popular, but yet a ton of people regard it as like one of the best of all time. From what I've seen, you know, One Piece.
Is it because it's good to a lot of people?
No, because it's long. You can't have 600, 700, 800 chapters worth of crap. You physically can't. You can't. That's what they said before. Don't you remember? You can't do that. So that's why it's one of the greatest, because it's still going on. No other reasons.
You know, One Piece is like, it's very high regarded for the most part. And I'm not trying to say like everyone, right? Because there's people who slander that as well. But Naruto and Bleach are definitely the series that are seen as like, oh, if you think, like, if you like those, like, oh, you must be a casual who hasn't read much. And it's like, bro, like, if that's, even if they haven't, so what? Like, why does it offend you so much? Like, bro, just like tighten up.
like, bro.
Like,
Okay, why does it offend you what they're saying about the people?
Why should that offend
To
you?
the point where you made a 42-minute video just talking about it.
Nothing.
Bro, I can't wait to get to this next video. This is why I wanted to separate the two. But you were like, no, we don't need to do. We can just throw it at the end.
If we just did this video and they've been saying nothing for the past 20 minutes, we're basically not providing content.
We are providing content, but it's different.
We need to provide more and better content in the framework of another better video. Maybe.
The Bricky stream was funny as hell, but I just feel drained now.
They're just talking. And they're just talking in circles, and they're all just agreeing with each other.
I think Bricky...
And they all sound the same. So I can't even be like, that dude's wrong.
I think Bricky was easier because it was two 22-minute videos that talked about a vast array of parts and things that he liked and disliked, even though he was trash while saying it. These dudes are just going, why can't you like what you like for literally 5 minutes? It's been minutes of just going, why can't you like what you like?
all you gonna do is make them not like the series you're into. Like,
You just don't make 700 to 800 fucking 1,000 chapters of ass.
Oh my goodness.
You can definitely make 300.
Again.
You can definitely make 300. Do you think there are not 300 bad chapters in Naruto? Do you not think there's 150 bad chapters in Bleach?
Demon Slayer's about 300 chapters.
202.
Hey, shut up. But
Yeah,
yeah,
like-
you absolutely can do that. There is no limit for quality. It doesn't... I'm sure there's been amazing manga that's just been cut because it's just people aren't responded to it like
They're
they
just
thought that
not
they
reading
were.
it.
Same thing with TV shows and like movies and tie-ins.
Again, The Life and
and
Times of Tims is one of my favorite series ever. It's got canceled twice.
And it's insanely low budget to produce.
Think of it like this. Family Guy was canceled. Until Adult Swim was just like, hey, yo, give it to us. And it got the popularity up, so Fox brought it back. And now it's one of their highest rated, highest grossing shows of all time.
Fairy Tail is like 700 chapters. Exactly, Hope. Do you think there's bad chapters in Ippo?
Yes.
Yes. I don't like
Anything with Miyata,
anything
like
with
largely centered around him.
I haven't liked the fast guy in a very long time.
Itagaki.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the latest chapter?
I'm glad I can finally talk about this with you. Holy crap, when they just go, it's not gonna be you, Sindo. Who's it gonna be? Third page, Wally. Oh,
My mouth flew
Mine
open.
too, and I'm like, this bastard is not caught up. He's never gonna be caught up. I'll talk to him about it later. But when it's you, I was like, oh my goodness, because I'm setting up for
Sendo
Yeah.
Ricardo, which is supposed to be just like a slobber knocker. But here we go, and it's like after your loss, he turned it around and he's just been a monster. There's been so many fights he's had. They're not televised. We don't know what he can do. My God.
And then Mashima, he's getting his title shot.
It's all
it's so
coming.
good.
It's all
It's
coming
so
together.
good.
And there's been so much less. Yo, Ippo, you coming back?
There was that one where
Wait,
Sendo, yeah.
That was trash.
Y'all at this board, y'all talking about other things in the video. Yeah, but we go on tangents a lot. Then somebody talked about Ippo. We gotta talk about Ippo. Sorry. If
really
you get
good.
into Ippo, please help chapter 1.
Chapter 1, honestly.
Chapter 1.
It sucks.
Or you can go to the manga. I mean, the anime. Anime is pretty good.
Yeah, it's fun.
Don't do the dub.
Yeah, you know what? It's older.
The
so.
dub is fine. It's totally listenable. I listened to that when I was at work, and I just, listened to it. It's totally listenable. But, chapter
Fucking
1, go.
1,000 chapters of ass or generic.
Oh,
like
this. I
okay,
forgot.
so
1,000 chapters of generic can absolutely happen. Don't even say it can.
Freaking Pokemon has been going on for over 1,000 episodes.
I'll say Detective Conan, 1,000 chapters of generic. I mean, legitimately, what really happens in Ippo?
How
like-
faithful is the Ippo anime? Extraordinarily.
like okay, so like like let's say I
Haven't
don't know,
read
Bleach
about
might
it
not
yet.
be as strong as another series that you may read. Fine. Naruto might not be as strong as another series you may read. That's fine too. You might not think One
goodness.
Piece is as strong as other series you may read because you're comparing it to character development or whatever. That's fine too. You're entitled to your opinion. But I feel like spreading misinformation and taking away from people's fanhood.
Pause.
What did they misinform?
What misinformation has been spread because you have not given a single example of any misinformation?
If people are saying Naruto's trash,
They must have a reason. If they don't have a reason and just saying that it's trash with no explanation like you're doing, that's not somebody to listen to. Like you shouldn't be listened to.
I feel like that's just really
Right,
fucking
and
unacceptable,
enjoyment.
bro. Yes. Like you,
Right, yeah.
and it's I just hate the stigma surrounding these three
They
series.
scare people away from the series,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Honestly, at times, I was kind of...
why would a hater care if they scared people away from the series?
Seriously!
Oh, I got you not to read One Piece? Great, because it's trash.
Times, I was kind of scared away from Bleach, bro. Because you know what happened? Over the years, I fucked with Bleach when I was a kid. Like, that shit was my favorite at a point in time.
Pause. Then how did you get scared away if you have experience and knowledge with Bleach? You quit and then didn't go back, so why did you quit? Or were you watching it and somebody... I'm trying to figure out his argument, but he's going to say his argument in a second.
I just loved the look, everything like that. But, like, I remember when it came out, everyone was like, oh, damn, the ending's trash. And that kind of scared me from wanting to read it. I was still going to read it regardless, but it kind of got lower on my reading list. And I was like, damn, I guess I'll get around to this sometime. But, that misinformation kind of just prevented...
Did he just say, I'm still gonna read it?
That might be the guy who said he didn't go through the 1,000-year blood.
Okay. Then what misinformation?
Then-
Because you don't have
you
the
don't
information
have the-
of whether they're talking about is truly ass or not.
And also, you say even if you did have knowledge of the end being trash or not being trash, you say that it's misinformation, meaning that you think that the ending is good. So why do you think that it's good? Or are you just gonna state that you think that it's good?
We should have scrapped
and
this.
leave it at that.
We should have just did.
We
the
don't
damn
scrap
one.
videos.
We should have just.
We
did
don't
the-
scrap videos yet.
We should have just.
Let's
came back another day.
addend that. Let's just make a little asterisk for that. We don't scrap videos yet.
me from getting into opening a door that I would have wanted to open a lot sooner rather than later.
Pause. Why are you so fragile that you allowed other people's opinions to take away something that you said that you rocked with as a younger person? Why did you go, yeah, I guess it is trash. They're telling me that it's trash, so I'm just gonna stop reading it. They prevented me from reading it. No, you prevented you from reading it.
You prevented yourself from reading it.
Nobody slapped the manga out of your hand as you're trying to read it. You listened to the people. You went, dang, they right. Or they
like every time
are right.
Every time he walked into school with Bleach in his hand, he's just whap, whap,
Yeah.
whap. You can't read this. You're not allowed.
You're just not allowed, and they just flushed it, so he can't even pick it up. It's just like, no, you gotta buy a whole new one.
And I better not see it, or it's getting flushed.
And then he said that the ending was trash, which means that the ending was out by now. So this was what, some 10 years ago? Tablets and iPods and all those stuff were available. Guess what happened to them? Stepped on.
Flushed.
Flushed. So he knew for a fact, like, oh, I can't even rock Bleach anymore. My getting destroyed.
No, the Ippo anime ended after one of the tournament arcs. Then they had another one called New Challengers that was about 26 episodes. Then they had an OVA or two, and that was basically the end.
Later, and that just really fucking sucks. And
Right.
it's like the same thing just happens to like all these series because once people can't really show their fanhood and be proud of being a Naruto fan, then how is Naruto or Boruto gonna survive?
I don't care about Naruto and Boruto surviving.
Okay, how are they gonna survive? Because people are still gonna buy it. They're still gonna consume it. They're still gonna go to conventions and wear the clothing and everything.
The people that like it are still gonna like it. They may or may not be influenced by people going, yo, this is trash. You think I care when people go, yo, Cats is trash? You think I give a crap?
You are a proud Naruto fan, and you're letting somebody go, this is trash, make you go, dang, I can't rep Naruto.
I can't read it anymore. I guess I'm gonna stop supporting this thing that I like. We should have scrapped this.
Oh. Yo, I was pushing hard for let's just do the Dan Greene. Or let's make it its own separate thing.
Scrapped this.
We got 6.5 minutes left before we get to the next video. The better one. Cause this is nothing! They're not saying nothing!
How can people be this bad
At talking!
at simply talking?
And simply expressing their thoughts into words.
As soon as someone says Naruto is trash, the volume turns to sand.
It's like 1408.
It's just like, Naruto is trash. No. And it's just like, I spent $16 on that. And it's just gone. You as soon as it happens, you can't read it anymore. Sorry.
It's just gone from the ether.
Yeah.
Oh, that's volume 13. That was trash. Volume what?
In another like 10 or 20 years.
Like no cap. Like I feel like we should give Naruto a lot of respect because most people.
Mother.
Dude, this should not have been played. We should not have done the rest of this.
How could we have known?
How could we possibly? Because it wasn't even that bad for the other two. Not One Piece was the Bleach was like, whoa, and now this is just like, yo, respect.
How could we have known though? It could have been Bleach bad. It could have been One Piece bad. This is a whole new section of bad. How could we have known? We couldn't have.
People wouldn't be anime fans today if it wasn't for series like Dragon Ball or Naruto. It's like
I don't give a shit. Because they got me into anime and they're trash now. Because I realize they're trash. I don't give a shit what they did for the medium of manga and anime.
It shouldn't be in the conversation when you're talking about anything dealing with the quality of the series, what they did for the medium of manga and everything. That shouldn't be a conversation.
I just think it's weird how like you can get put on by these series and you love these series.
Almost everybody
But
gets put on by
then, then you're just kind of like, oh, these series that I was originally watching are now dog shit and they're trash. I'm just
They are are they
can't-
gonna be the same or better quality for the rest of your life because they got you into it? I watched 12 episodes of Dragon Ball and now I love anime. So
Forever.
Dragon Ball forever just has to
Forever.
be at worst pretty good.
Yep. You can never not like something the moment that you like it. That's what he's saying.
This is the dumbest argument I have ever Never!
The second that you like it, it's just like, well, you like it. You're hooked forever. You can never say a bad thing about it. Oh, but I'm discovering that things are bad. No, you're not.
He's too good.
He's too good. I hate that he's so good.
Gonna forget the fact that I used to like this series when I was younger, or
Yes, okay, that was a fact back then when I was younger, and then I expanded and grew. You said your taste changed or whatever. I expanded and grew and realized it's not that good. It was just new.
Am I supposed to like the Teletubbies forever? Because I liked it as a kid? Am I supposed to be like, yeah, Teletubbies?
Hey, I guess I just watch Good Burger and clap.
Forever.
Forever.
Man.
like this series when I was younger, or I'm just gonna forget all the qualities that I liked in this series. The things that made me a fan of the series.
Pause. The action made me a fan of Dragon Ball. I grew up and went, wow, this action is meaningless.
It's so much atata.
Yes, I understand what made me like it as a child. But now as an adult, I'm going, okay, we don't really need to see any of this because it's all just big fights until something happens.
And just try and shit on them now that I'm like,
Right.
hardcore. I've seen more
And you on
better
Twitter and like, yeah. Can I say this regarding that?
Pause. And you're like on Twitter and you're going, yeah. And then can I say something else? And he moves on. Don't look at me like
Why
that.
wouldn't I? You picked this video.
I did. Is there an issue here?
Dude, it's been 15 minutes of an issue.
Yeah, can I say this regarding that? Because I want your opinion on this.
Oh, go ahead.
Why would you care?
Yeah.
Is especially when it comes to you brought up Dragon Ball, so I guess we'll drag it in here.
Pause. Being stuck in traffic is better than this.
At least then, you've got music and podcasts and stuff you enjoy.
And you're going somewhere.
You're going somewhere as slowly as possible, but you're going somewhere. You've got a destination in mind. Hey, once I get past this, I'm home free. We've got another 5.5 minutes of terrible.
5.5?
What you think? We had 2 minutes left?
Yes! Wow! The arguments are over. He's gonna talk about Dragon Ball now, but like the arguments are done.
So we'll drag it in here for a little bit. It's one of those things where I think a lot of these series, and this isn't to say everybody, but I've noticed it where it's like so many of these series people watched when they were kids that they haven't bothered giving it a reread or a rewatch like years later.
Exactly.
So you think they're going off their memory of what made it good
Pure
and
and
bad.
simple memory.
Okay, I have reread all of a Naruto.
Very
It is
recently.
trash.
Very recently.
What do you got? I have reread all of Bleach. The second half is trash. One of the worst arcs I've ever seen.
I watched and read Bleach as an adult. There's no nostalgia there.
And he loved the first half.
Fantastic stuff there. I've watched bits and pieces of Dragon Ball Z mostly.
Yeah.
I've watched and reread Dragon Ball quite a lot. But there's not so much there that I need to go back.
Dragon Ball Z is so easy to just jump into and just go, okay, this is the episode. I can just watch this. I know what's happening.
I think that's a really huge
Factories. It's a fact factory. They produce naught but facts here.
It's just people on the assembly line. Facts.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
No, I think that's a really huge contributing factor because there were so many elements of Naruto and Dragon Ball that I didn't appreciate until I resaw some of those moments as I was older.
Dude.
And I was like, oh, snap. I didn't
Guard Sand Coffin, bro.
Like.
Got a sand coffin.
Snap.
That
I didn't
Guard
peep that.
Sand
I
Coffin,
didn't
bro.
Let me.
Bro, that happened to me with Dragon Ball, bro. But continue. I didn't mean to cut you off, bro.
No, that's what I was getting at. No, like that's all I had to say is like I think that's part of it.
Like, bro. I just really want, like, if you have to take away anything.
No explanations! No examples. Things I appreciated when I got older. Bro, Gara's sand coffin? You know, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. No, that's all I wanted to say.
I apologize. Formally apologize for this video and for saying that we should continue this video. I formally apologize. Is that what y'all wanted?
I think they want 5 minutes to be done with.
Why does he keep saying bro? It's a speech tick that he has.
Yeah, I think he's from New York. New Yorkers say that a lot, bro and bruh.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta actually hit the thing.
From this video, like I just really want you guys to turn over a new leaf when it comes to these 3 series and try.
Turn over the new leaf by appreciating the good things about them, as opposed to respecting what they did for the medium of manga, instead of going, yo, but what about all this trash I believe is within it? No, stop talking about that. Just talk about the things you should appreciate as you are older.
First reread it now that you're older, and then you no longer have an argument because everything that you were thinking just goes away. The Sharingan is overpowered. The base Sharingan is overpowered. Even before we get to all the special abilities and the Susanos and all that crap.
It's broke.
It's shattered.
I respect them.
I ain't gotta reread it.
I want you to respect Oda's cartoony looking art style.
No, don't respect it if you don't want to. I know a lot of people are, I know I am very much against the whole, I can't get into it because of the art style. But if you don't respect that, whatever. What can you do?
Yeah, you don't have to respect it.
You don't have to respect nothing.
Except for like Rosa Parks.
Why?
She was tired and she sat down.
She was lazy. That's what it was. Couldn't get up.
Yeah, we coming for you, Rosa Parks. It's finally come to this. That's what this video done did to us.
We done turned against the race.
Because it honestly is really a take on classic manga, but you give it more of a modern-esque look to it. And when you can like look at something like
One Piece is a take on classic manga, and it gives a modern look to it.
Yes.
If anything, it's a take on classic American cartoons, and it gives it a manga aesthetic.
Devilman or other classic mangas, and then look at One Piece and see how One Piece is taking those cartoony styles that, you know, Osamu Tezuka's given us, and he makes it in his own original cartoony style and makes a, you know, a pirate-esque feel to it. Like when I see like One Piece, I never realized just how pirate-esque that was, and I just kind of like
I never realized how pirate-esque One Piece was.
They're on the sea. You got people like Alvida. She's very stereotypical pirate looking. Somebody like Blackbeard, Roger, Whitebeard. There's no eye patches per se, but big hats and tying belt thing around you and big coats. That's all over the place. Look at Pirate Captain Kuro. He's mad pirate looking.
just how good the style was and all the things that Oda has brought to us. Like, I just really overlooked that.
Revisited Rosa Parks, civil rights icon or monster.
The same can be said with Naruto, bro. Like, when I look at how I can see the influences of Akira in
I can't take it.
Care!
I cannot take this.
Who cares who you were influenced by it? You can see it within the brushstrokes or whatever, or the line art, or character design. Is the story good? Are the characters good?
There should be some sort of quality control for YouTube. They should legit audit this channel. Just like, no. Y'all need to do better, or y'all need to get to stepping.
Y'all need to do better or shorten it. There's
Something.
There's two options here. This is
Y'all
40.
taking a bandwidth. No.
and Akira Toriyama and even Togashi and Naruto. It's just like, and seeing that blend together into this new original idea.
It's awesome.
It's amazing, bro.
It is awesome.
And people don't look at it like that, and that just bothers the shit.
They don't look at it the way you do by going, it's influenced by these other things, and it took a little bit from everything, and it's awesome. And they don't look at it like that. That's why they hate it. They don't look at it as a story in itself of something they like or dislike. You're only looking at it from influences before. What is this?
What even is this?
This is your fault.
This is.
I said, y'all. I swear to God, I said, hey, let's just do the Dan Greene thing. We can finish it up another time.
Would that have been better?
Yes!
I don't think it would have.
Babe, I'm even calling you by your actual nickname.
Goodness gracious.
That's how angry I am. How could it be worse? Because he will say things. Terrible, terrible things.
We have another video to look forward to instead of questions and then we out. We have another chance to redeem this feeling, because then we would just walk away and going, wow, that sure was trash. He didn't say anything. At least the last thing that we're going to get is Daniel Greene and his arguments instead of these non-arguments. That's my argument.
That's not a good argument. I punched you in the balls, but tomorrow you can use the bathroom.
Press play.
I gotta hit it again. Like I'm all over the place.
I mean, the same can be said with Bleach.
Man,
like,
don't let me get bro.
Kubo got this original.
I got this, bro. Because literally, this was at a time where a lot of manga were the same, man, and it stood on its own 2 feet and did things. And it, like,
Don't pause. Don't
Naruto
pause.
One Piece was
We
going
gotta
right.
get through this.
Bleach went left, man, and that's where
What?
I really just
What?
gotta, like praise it.
Wait, what?
Because
What did he say? What? It went right. This went left. What?
and it, like it's sometimes right. Naruto One Piece was going right. Bleach went left, man, and that's where.
What the fuck is he talking about?
You see, this is the.
As in a space where other manga were acting the same, Bleach was going left.
And
What
look at
the fuck is he talking about? What the fuck did you bring us?
And the fact that this is again going right with the Bleach stuff. He wanted they
wanted to talk about Bleach. Y'all wanted to suck off Bleach, and y'all put it in ball sandwich of One Piece and Naruto too, cause they get some hate. But Bleach, we want to cry about Bleach. Just cry about Bleach, you cowards. Stop acting like other things matter to you.
Did you
Bleach
say,
matters.
Did you say ball sandwich?
Yes. It's 2 balls and a dick in the middle.
It doesn't sound appetizing.
They're gobbling it up. Bleach.
But it went right. In the other,
Yeah, it swung to the right.
whatever that means.
I'm so angry. Dude, I'm so angry.
This ain't my fault.
I'm so angry. Y'all.
I didn't make this video.
I'm so angry.
I didn't make this video.
I really just gotta like praise it, because you just look at it, completely original art style, right?
Are you telling me that One Piece is not an original art style?
No. It was inspired by something. Bleach was inspired by nothing, so it has an original art style.
Completely different main character.
Yeah,
and
bro.
then even then, unlike Naruto and One Piece, which they pulled you straight into the action, right? You had a taste of this dude's life.
You really did, bro.
Come on, man.
You really did.
People really don't know. People really don't know. And
I'm not.
it sucks, man.
We're getting through this.
3 minutes.
Like all these series really have firm feet that they stand on, and they really should be praised a little bit more and not looked at as, oh, you like Naruto, Bleach, or
I'm
One
not
Piece?
even pausing.
Ugh, you're disgusting. Like, nah, that needs to end. That needs to end now.
This video needs to end.
Yep.
You want to take
I
it?
agree.
You want to take it away, man?
Yeah. Stan One Piece. Actually, I take that back. Don't stan. No one likes a stan. Y'all be throwing out the word stan like a little too much. You
Facts.
feel me?
And
like,
peak
stan,
Why would you care? Don't say facts. Why would you care? You know, I'm not
especially from the
pausing.
Eminem
Yeah.
song.
He began the
Eminem
thing
song?
with Stan One Piece, and then he goes, "No, don't Stan." That was your first instinct was to
Especially
say
from the
Stan
Eminem
it.
song. The Eminem song, like Stan is not a good thing. I just said that because I watched like a 2 Mad versus K-pop thing, and he was clowning that. So but anyways, like yeah, amid all those words, look, if you love One Piece, love One Piece. If you love Bleach, you love Bleach. If you love Naruto, you love Naruto. You could love those series, and no one else can tell you otherwise. That is all.
Facts, bro. Now, last thing I want to say is,
Facts.
when it comes to these 3 series, please just go out, read the mangas, because you might not know what you're missing in your life when it comes to these 3 series, bro. Because they're absolutely amazing, and they're long running for a reason. Like, you can't just not look at these 3 series. The big 3. You need to absolutely look at these and try and appreciate what they really do instead of thinking, oh, this is the generic shonen. Because how are they generic when these were some of the first to do it?
All I gotta say is that Mount Rushmore, and people were saying Ichigo didn't deserve to be on there. There's a reason why all.
Oh man, that was some cat, bruh.
There's a reason why every single one of these mangas from the big 3 were featured on there, and Goku. Because guess what?
How do I skip forward in a live stream?
That's what. How do I skip forward in
And
life?
what did these series do? Put you Americans on the anime. So shut the fuck up and respect.
Like,
Yeah.
bro, I'll never forget reading like these Shonen Jumps.
They're
like,
still
actually,
talking.
like getting the magazine when we were younger, bro. But yeah, like okay, like please turn over a new leaf.
No.
Actually look at these. Like, stop listening to a YouTuber's opinion and go formulate your own opinion on it, bro. Like,
What if it
you know,
is
just
theirs?
because I might think a series is not that great, or I might have something to say about a series, that doesn't mean you can't. Like, you have to follow everything a YouTuber says, right? So let's say you look at
But you want,
YouTube online
but
and
you
check
want
out a
people
series.
to turn
Just
over a new
because they
list.
say
Leaf.
it's bad.
You
or
want people to
it's
follow
generic,
Listen to
or,
me,
Oh, I think Soul
but don't
Society,
listen to
Bleach falls
YouTubers.
off after Soul Society. Oh, Naruto as a whole is just not that good. Oh, One Piece is too long. Oh, One Piece is this, that. Bro, don't let that
It
stop
does
you
fall
from
off
looking
after
at it.
Soul
Read
Society.
it yourself, formulate your own opinion. Because
This
you're
is
gonna
my
let some
opinion.
dude on the
Naruto
internet
is
take
not
away
as
from
good.
What you could have, what an experience that you could have had.
Yep, exactly.
I think
Glad.
that's a wrap.
That was fire.
That was fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in the anomaly
There's no other choice.
because
I can't rate that.
what argument was made? It can't be anything other than that.
I hate you.
That's fair. That's fair. But I also
don't know if you know
brought
this, but
forward
I
the viewer request month. So I've done good things as well.
That's a good thing.
You gotta look at my whole track record.
That's a good thing.
Sure. For the people.
Yeah, for the people.
And in that, the people liked it. And where would we be if not for the people?
Still doing this. One Piece problems time.
Yeah, this is Dan Greene. A lot of people, especially in the Discord, they've been bumping Dan Greene for a while. They have their own little self-watch parties, and they reference it and talk about him, and never really gotten a chance to hit him. And this is the time. So let me check out the descriptions. My thoughts on the weakness of One Piece so far: be gentle. That's all it is, other than equipment.
What a
Stuff
and shield already.
Yep.
Please be gentle. Please don't say I'm mad. Please.
Princess Restoration is pretty good. I didn't read all of it, but I did read a good chunk of it.
I don't know if you know this, but I have a book available for pre-orders coming October 29th called Rebels Creed. You can go pre-order if you want to. The link's down below. Okay, bye. Good. Let's go to the video now. Bye.
So this next One Piece arc is quite large, which means I can't get through it in just 1 week, and that means you are
Pause.
getting
Mark can, you coward.
One Piece filler content. And that's something you're gonna be used to. Because if you're watching this, I'm gonna go ahead and assume you're a bit of a One Piece fan, or at least curious about the franchise. And I'm gonna be addressing what I believe,
the
up
panic.
into the point I have read a little bit past Dressrosa, are the biggest weaknesses One Piece has as a series.
Dressrosa.
And if you're one of these people who's like, hey man, it's flawless, and you can't convince me otherwise. The anime's pacing after a certain
Already setting up that straw man of, hey, there are people who believe that it's absolutely perfect. I don't think that there is really anybody who believes that. I don't think that there's anybody in this world that believes that One Piece does not have a single flaw.
Triton, go forward in the video. There's nothing of value before what we're doing right now. He said he's 40 minutes behind. There is nothing of value.
He can't hear us.
I'm typing it up. He doesn't.
He doesn't need this.
Nope. Sorry, y'all. Give me a second. At Triton.
That absolutely shields up.
Go forward.
Get them straw man shields up.
Nothing of value from past video.
Leo said it in the Discord as well. There was a lot there.
There was nothing.
There was a lot of substance.
No.
They were spitting facts.
Did they say anything in that second half that we didn't hear in the first half?
Absolutely not. But they sure did say it 6 times in a row.
point, as well as filler arcs that add nothing. Boom, right in the low-hanging fruit. You want another one? Thriller bark! Kabow! Right in the low-hanging fruit! Oh, do you still want another one? The drawing and depiction of female characters. That's another pretty big one.
I'm assuming that he goes into the drawing and the depiction of female characters. I don't know exactly what he means by depiction of female characters because they're not exactly sexualized. There's the shots in the movies, but
no, like there's what? Some Nami and Carrot taking a bath.
No,
Nami in a shower.
That's not where he's at though.
Nami in a shower, Thriller bark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that was filler or not when she went up to Sky Island. There's a lot of very scantily clad outfits.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But, look at the men as well. Their stuff is all hanging open and chest and...
Slanging.
Just slanging. Frankie, look at Zoro, chest all open. It kind of goes both ways.
But those are just kind of...
But I can understand, like, the hourglass figures of just, like, they have...
I think Lanny Pator said it best, where he said that One Piece women have very alluring outlines, like shapes, but as a whole package is a little...
level easy to talk about stuff that the fan base is very aware of. I have also seen some stuff that's a bit more nuanced that goes beyond just surface level, kind of very easy to observe problems. And I'm going to get into that now and here. This will be spoiler free because I can really articulate all my points without getting into specific plot details. So let's start with the first.
He said that he could articulate his points. Let's hear it.
Most controversial point.
A lack of restraint. There was no ratings, Triton, if you're already caught up. There were none. It was an anomaly.
It was an anomaly.
As with many fantasy epics, which is something I'm a bit familiar with, this one's right here! The author is extremely indulgent, and Oda, after reading some interviews and watching some Grand Line review videos, seems to be some...
Pause! That's not the person that you would want to go to. I don't know why you're going to him. I've seen a good number of his videos just to get a good feel on the dude. He does not make good content. I don't know why you're going.
He makes frequent content.
I went over to Oda and I watched this one video series, and you're formulating your opinion based upon them. No, do not.
One who can't really tell himself no creatively, and that has resulted in one.
He absolutely can. If you did look up interviews, which is what you said you did, you would know that Senor Pink is something that he had in his mind, and he told his editor, and his editor told him to put it in. The Senor Pink backstory would not have been in without his editor. He does say no.
Really tell himself no creatively, and that has resulted in One Piece not only lasting far longer than was originally planned, but it's resulted in some problems with the overall pacing and structure of the series. I love One Piece. I would genuinely put it in my top 10 fantasy series at this point, but it's kind of weird to see fans talk about online like, really, it's kind of like the perfect manga. I'm sorry, did Dressrosa need to be that long? I don't.
Dressrosa too long. Shows lack of restraint.
One Piece also too long, so Oda no have restraint. There is a severe problem with pacing. Gives no examples.
He can't. He's articulating his point without pointing
spoilers.
it.
So he's just saying things.
Yep.
Then. And the things that he's saying is, did Dressrosa need to be that long? Did Zoe need to be that short? Does this video need to be this long? Does this thing need to be X amount of length? Is not an argument.
Think so. Why did Oda include all this themes and stuff around children being experimented on just to drop it at the end of the arc and have no greater relevance towards the overall series?
That's your issue of restraint? That the kids in Punk Hazard haven't come back yet?
They're sailing to get healed.
And back to their parents. You think that's gonna happen in 2 weeks?
What did you want? What? Okay, kids getting experimented on, kids being treated badly. Nami cares about kids. This is the first time that's really been explored. It also goes into Tama, where she really cares about her. Done. Oh, but you're not there yet. But the themes, again, the themes of children being treated poorly. Like, is that
A theme?
Can we just say anything that happens is just a theme?
Sure. It happens enough, and it's the overarching thing that happens.
And just for it to be dropped, it was not dropped. It was resolved.
Resolved. That's the thing. The plot line is, at this moment, ended.
What? So he wants more for this already too long.
You know what? That's a good point. He wants them to actually circle back to the kids an arc later. Because Dressrosa was right after Punk Hazard.
So he wants Dressrosa to be even longer as we're dealing with the aftermath of the children.
Why did Oda include all this themes and stuff around children?
All this themes and stuff. I can articulate my points. Don't worry. Why did Oda include all this themes and stuff?
You've never seen a sentence structure which was singular and then
Plural?
You've never seen that? That's not proper?
Maybe.
Stuff around children being experimented on just to drop it at the end of the arc and have no greater relevance towards the overall series, at least where I'm at so far.
Pause. What overall importance could it possibly have?
And what would it do for the series?
What the overall series? Let's go get One Piece and also stop child trafficking?
Hey, one of those kids was a celestial dragon and they're gonna protect the Straw Hats and let them get through Wano?
And he's an arc later. He's an arc past this occurrence.
I really don't know what
Did he want it to be addressed immediately? It's done.
At so far. It's because he doesn't always plan things completely through. And after seeing
So, because the kids have not circled back into the plot line, he didn't plan anything with the kids. He planned it for that arc. It was resolved for that arc.
No, it was dropped.
Just dropped.
things completely through. And after seeing interviews where the guy talks about like, yeah, just late at night, I decided to include this character because it felt right. And I also created 4 more characters that night that I liked and I just included in the arc. It's clear that he's going to continually have this problem.
What characters?
What characters?
You talked about Dressrosa. You talked about the kids being endangered and the fact that it was dropped. So you're not doing completely spoiler free. You could just be like, oh, Gladiator Man, oh, cross-armed barrier guy. And then the audience knows what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Was he talking about some of the people in Dressrosa in the Coliseum where it's just like the Funk Brothers? I thought of the Funk Brothers late at night. Or was it just like, I was thinking of who Big Mom's children were, and I thought of them late at night.
I don't know.
What is he talking about? Yeah, this sounds like most authors. So many stories just come at the middle of the night. Jay-Z wrote a whole album at 4 a.m. What is he talking about?
He can articulate his points without any spoilers.
What I will say as a compliment is he's a extraordinarily good last-minute fumbler togetherer. Like, it's genuinely amazing that the entire...
Pause. How do you know exactly what's put together last minute versus something that was meticulously planned out? Do you have any evidence of either of those?
Yeah, his points that he's articulating so well with no examples. I feel like that was a way for him not to have to explain what he was talking about.
That was very good. Because who's watching this without being familiar with this dude and his reviews?
And One Piece itself. If not even just through his reviews.
Probably talking about the supernovas.
He thought
probably
of 4 supernovas in the middle of the night. Okay, what's the problem?
Especially since they, except for the Mad Monk Rouge, who will have the most importance, they've all have some very heavy plot relevance.
And especially Killer this boy.
Yikes.
Boy.
What Oda just went, here you go. Let's just give you an awesome moment. But look at Shaba Odi. They had, maybe 3 chapters worth of stuff that they were in?
That's about right.
It doesn't matter.
Observe. This is what it's like to be kicked at the speed of light. He's so good.
Amazing.
I will not do sub or dub. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
Kizaru is money.
Genuinely amazing that the entire cast of The Worst Generation was like kind of something he just spat out, and they've become so relevant and crucial to the story even where I'm at. But I think
authors spit out all the time. Who cares if he spit it out in the middle of the night?
Do you want him to carefully think out every little thing?
Even if something better comes along in the middle of the night. I can't use that. I didn't think about it enough time beforehand.
What does it matter if he did it in the middle of the night?
And crucial to the story even where I'm at. But I think it's just almost objectively true to say at this point, One Piece would have benefited from being a bit more condensed and trimmed down.
Objectively. How?
In what way?
Because what's funny is Mark wants it longer because all the panels are smushed together because Oda's throwing so much information in one chapter. What could have been trimmed?
What could be condensed? Let's go over to Alabasta. Alabasta needs to happen because it needs to resolve Vivi. Going up to Skypiea. They need the money for the ship. Going over to Foxy. Foxy doesn't need to happen. But that was 16 chapters? What in the grand scheme of things doesn't matter. And it brings forth Aokiji. Water 7 needs to happen so that Robin trusts the crew. Thriller Bark happens because we get a whole new crewmate. Shaba Odi, everybody gets thrown
and we get
away.
our first little bit of Kaido.
We took down another Shichibukai.
Perona, because she saved Zoro at the end.
We don't even need to talk about the whole Shaba Odi, Marineford, Impel Down thing.
Amazon Lily.
They need to go to Fishman Island.
Yeah, that's just facts.
That's the place where they need to go to next. Punk Hazard. They get Caesar. And Caesar is the key to all the smiles and all that stuff.
And they get the information to go after Dofi. And it's an alliance which allows Luffy to actually go up to Kaido.
What could be I guess like a chapter here, a chapter there. But in the grand scheme of things, you're looking at 30 chapters down in the whole of One Piece?
And would it have made it better, objectively?
Objectively. He said that he won't need to explain and people will agree with him. Absolutely. The people that see One Piece problems and don't like One Piece, they will come to the video. And we've gone through the comments. If you go through the comments of a video like this, they will very rarely talk about the video itself. They will talk about the problems that they personally have with One Piece.
In their opinion.
In their opinions as well, yes.
Trimmed down, and the fact that we see so much bloat is kind of one of the biggest sores to the series.
Like what?
He just keeps on putting in little clips like this, and they mean nothing.
Please explain. I would have preferred you to spoil
it.
Why wouldn't you spoil it? Because it's a bunch of people that watch the Red One Piece anyway.
Yes. There's no reason not to properly explain yourself. No, this is, like you said, this is a filler video. He's not putting that much thought or effort into this. He's just spewing whatever he wants and he's moving on. No! Not Rosa! No! No!
That is
no!
I love the little shadow with the glasses.
That's really... Oh no! She looks so evil and conniving! No!
And this actually leads me to a feeling I have that I just don't know how One Piece is going to end and satisfy everything Oda has set up, because from the 7 Warlords of the Sea to Blackbeard to...
The 7 Warlords of the Sea are disbanded. You don't know that, but at any point in time, anybody can be at an island and then they take out another one of them. Buggy is not to be worried about. Boa Hancock is on our side. Mihawk is already on the list. Dofi's down.
Brownbeard.
Weevil, you mean?
Weevil.
Weevil
I'm thinking the Minion and Punk Hazard.
They can rock up and see Weevil.
He can be in Elbaf.
And I think they were down one because of law.
Yep.
But whatever the case may be, we're looking at like 4 that they need to fight, and one of them is Mihawk, which is in game.
The Sea to Blackbeard to Law and the crew.
You're telling me they can't satisfactorily take out Blackbeard? You telling me he's just gonna yada yada over Blackbeard? Oh, Blackbeard had a heart attack and he's dead. Oh, Blackbeard, this is a 1-panel fight. And they just beat him on the way to One Piece. And so the crew sailed past Elbaf. On the way, they fought and killed Blackbeard.
They landed on Elbaf. It's just like one of those narrator chapters from Hunter x Hunter. They landed on Elbaf and they fought hard for 3 days and 3 nights, eating as they fought. And
Weevil was defeated.
Blackbeard was defeated.
And they moved on, having gained another road poneglyph. What the is he talking about?
Because from the 7 Warlords of the Sea to Blackbeard to Law and the crew and all their different motivations and arcs, it just feels like...
Luffy, King of the Pirates, he needs to get to the last island. Zoro, Greatest Swordsman, he needs to fight Mihawk. That's anytime. Sanji, All Blue, most likely some place in the Red Line because that's where seas converge. Maybe even the theory of One Piece being a way to bring together all the seas would create All Blue. Usopp, Brave Warrior of the Seas, basically that already. Nami, Map of the World. She can't even really do that right now because she hasn't seen like 30 in islands. Chopper, Cure Every Disease, he's learning as he goes. Robin, Lost Century, probably in last island. Frankie just got to see his ship go through to the last island. Brook just wants to sail with the crew and then get back to
Laboon. Jinbei going over. Luffy Pirate King, done.
I don't know how you don't satisfy this stuff.
Is he thinking that they're just gonna yada yada over Robin? It's just like there's no time to do everybody. So Robin, you don't get your dream fulfilled, or you get it in a panel. So does Brook.
Hey, yeah, and why would they need to deal with every warlord? Because warlords are just a shift of the power with the world government, the warlords, and the Yonko. It's just like a balance of power. So if you just need 7 strong pirates. They don't need to deal with every 7 strong pirates. There were Shichibukai before them. There'll be some after them if they bring the system back.
Their different motivations and arcs, it just feels like, how could this all come to an end? And with Oda being someone who clearly is kind of just scrambling all these things together, even if he has an end in mind.
Wow, he is really acting like Oda is just going chapter by chapter, fly by
the seat of his pants. Just like, whatever, I got nothing. Get these people in here. There's no setup. There's no fact that Doflamingo said it's all about the smiles now 20 years before it was relevant. There is no Inami having the Big Mom's Vivid card. There's no setups. It's all just Oda just going, well, whatever.
He probably has large overarching ideas that he has, and maybe some of the minutia he thinks of at the last minute, but don't act like he's just going, I don't know what to do here. Here I scream, and I got 5 pages now.
He had an entire Big Mom Whole Cake Island book, and he had a book underneath it, presumably for Wano. They don't need to. That's why I love how Oda set up the world. They don't need to fight all the warlords to progress the story. Things aren't just exactly. They don't need to.
They really don't need to do anything except get the poneglyphs from the warlords. I mean, not the warlords, but the Yonko. Beyond that, they can just go to any island and do anything until they get to the last island.
It's just that if somebody pisses me off or it somehow stops me by taking my shadow or something, that's when it's just like, okay, we need to resolve this thing. Otherwise, he can look at Dressrosa and be like, oh, there's my fruit and I'm out of here.
It can be extraordinarily difficult to even impossible to bring it all to a satisfactory resolution.
A satisfactory... Hey, the Straw Hats getting their dreams, fighting Blackbeard, and something with the warlords. How do you do all of this in like 6 years? It's impossible. How do you do it?
And he just said Law. He said Law and the crew. So Law, he's there. Oh, Law wants to figure out the Will of D, which we're gonna figure out as we go through the story. What's the issue here?
One Piece is without question a fantasy epic, which is actually something we're going to touch on later in this video. But I think some people are...
His signature is walking around and recording himself with his selfie stick that you can see the shadow of.
No, what a pause!
But I think some people are unaware of how rare it is for huge fantasy epics to come to completely satisfactory conclusions. It's one of the biggest hurdles for creatives of the genre.
Did you do it in your book?
Whoops. Are you planning to do it? Are you doing everything in your power in order to make a satisfactory conclusion? If you are, then how do you know that Oda isn't doing that? And if you aren't, why aren't you?
Really hard to do. I'm not saying it won't be. I'm just saying I will be extremely impressed if it is an ending that almost the entire fan base can agree is satisfactory.
Okay, so here's your problem. One Piece has a problem because how do you satisfactorily end this? That's a problem of One Piece. It's not even something that's here.
How do you satisfy everyone?
Almost everyone.
You can't. There's zero way that you can do that. And again, it's not an issue because it hasn't happened yet. These are your assumptions of something that might not happen. You don't know when One Piece is going to end. We don't know. Oda don't know because he's gone, yeah, it's 60% done. And if in 5 years later, yeah, it's 65, 70% done. We don't know. Nobody knows. And then like you said, if Oda is just picking people out of his brain and just doing more people, then at any point in time, he can just go, new island, new people. And then that's double the length of time that this island should have had. But now is that much more time taken.
I said not say everyone because that's impossible. That is impossible. You cannot make all your fans happy. So I guess the first point could be some...
What is this editing? I thought for a second that he was on Twitch or something and the little pop-ups were like alerts of subscribers.
No,
but that's just not it.
Video that he edited.
What is this editing? What is this?
Possible. You cannot make all your fans happy. So I guess the first point could be summarized with Oda needs to learn to tell himself no.
Oh my goodness. We're back to this.
The second major criticism I have is going to feel like...
Didn't he just say that he could pick apart all the common problems and he didn't want to do that? He wanted to present newer ones. And then he just goes... The anime.
Shut up.
One of the most, I myself, being a tremendous fan of One Piece, think the anime is terribly paced.
Counterpoint. Shut up.
Going to feel like it's a surface level one, but it's going to actually tie into a larger problem. That is the third point. And the second one I'm just going to say, the anime, it's at least where I've gotten in Dressrosa, has borderline become unwatchable with how much...
Will, I thought he was reading as well.
I did too. If he's watching, of course there's gonna be. He shouldn't even do that.
Yeah. Why are you, if you are watching, why are you watching over watching the manga? I mean, reading the manga. And if you are reading the manga, why are you complaining about the anime? This shouldn't affect you whatsoever. Periodically watching the anime, but he never says. So if you're just watching the anime every now and again for the hype moments, which I do for some anime and manga that I watch and read, what does it matter? It should not affect you whatsoever that the anime pacing is bad.
Why is he doing both?
Why? How is this a problem? He just goes problems with One Piece. He doesn't go like problems with the story or anything. Okay. But this is so surface level. It doesn't matter. We got it. We know this. Move on.
They're clearly just trying to stretch all content because, yes, Oda is just continuing this series far beyond what I'm sure the show thought would be. So they're just caught up, and now they're like, and so they
far
keep
beyond what the show thought it would be.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That happens all the time with manga. It just, the manga started up, the anime started up a little bit too soon and they caught up. So filler. And now instead of filler, they're just stretching stuff.
Yeah, like if manga is 110 chapters into it and they announce an anime and they do 1.75 chapters, by the time they get to to episode 100, they're doing 175 chapters? So that's another 100 chapters that the manga has. So they're at 210 or 220, and the anime is at 175 in chapter releases. So you're 50 chapters behind. That's what happens.
bloating things.
Cyber, watch Dressrosa for Pika's voice is great. It's fantastic.
It's great.
Dub and sub. It's hilarious. Bound Arc, still not done with it. Still trying to make my way through it. I cannot. It hurts.
Yeah, I like the filler in Black Clover. I like the filler in Fairy Tail.
One Piece got some pretty good fillers.
And yeah, it's kind of made it so every time, like every few chapters or so, I check in on the anime. It is a worse experience than reading the manga. Like,
absolutely.
Pretty much just by far, because they are just trying to inflate what they can.
Number one, I guess we're just done with that. Number two, inconsistent humor.
What humor is consistently
in anything?
In anything.
Go watch a stand-up comedian. You telling me you laugh at 100% of the jokes? Or do some jokes not hit?
Do you laugh the same amount at 100% jokes? Because you can laugh at every joke and one could be a and the other one could be That's inconsistent. But maybe he's talking about there's some more wholesome stuff and then there's some more like
fart jokes and Sanji Auga. But comes with the territory. You can't have... Show me one thing that it's just a single type of, hey, this is only slapstick or oh, this is only wordplay. If you don't find it funny, that's not what this thing should say.
Like Looney Tunes was super slapsticks, but the coyote just going, but how was 1,000 times funnier than most of the stuff I saw on Looney Tunes.
How?
Just like questioning the physics of what happened. But how?
The final point I want to talk about, though, and this is going to be...
Final point? Pause. It's 7 minutes left.
I don't know.
Is he going to talk about humor for that long, or
maybe
is this not the final
about characters? Like, he's talking about overarching points. Then maybe he'll talk about arcs or characters?
Okay.
But a lot of people will probably be frustrated or angry at hearing, and that is that One Piece is extremely hard for me to recommend to other people for many reasons, and not just the length and the pacing and structure that can be a struggle, like I've already talked about. The humor as well can often be so cringy that, like, I just imagine one of my friends getting through it and being like, Daniel recommended this Sanji nosebleed thing. This is something.
A trope of anime, and who gives a if his nose bleeds sometimes?
And it is what? When that starts happening, that's the new world?
And on top of the New World thing, it becomes an actual plot relevant thing because they go give them some blood and they go, well, fishmen don't really give blood to humans. If we do, we're going to get in trouble.
So, if you're all the way in New World and you're like all the Sanji stuff,
if you enjoyed it up until that point and then go, hey, I ain't like the Sanji stuff. Yeah, that was pretty trash.
but
I do
there's
that
all
all the
this
time.
other stuff.
I do that all the time. I do it in like Ippo. I love Ippo. While he fight air. Just how many times have you seen me go One Piece and then go something like air?
Chris, you have missed nothing.
Dude.
Chris,
Dude.
you came in at the good time.
That video we watched before was a nothing burger. Pissed me off.
This is something he thinks was worth recommending to, like, it's just like, oh god, yeah. And then there, yes, is the depiction of women and just a lot of over the top.
How is the depiction of women humor?
In the comedy part, yeah, I don't know, cause Alvida's thing wasn't Auga sexy lady. It was, you don't remember me? I'm Alvida. I look the same. I just got the fruit now, and she's oblivious to the fact that she slimmed down so much. It has to just be Sanji Auga stuff.
That's right, Rex. A ball sandwich.
That's not a thing.
It was a double down, but it was balls and
That's
penis
not
instead.
a thing.
It is now, because that's what happened.
Doesn't exist.
It's the only way to describe what happened. A ball sandwich.
Top moments that, don't get me wrong, I love the absurdity and humor of One Piece a lot of the time. It has genuinely made me laugh as hard as, like, Discworld, which I think is the funniest fantasy series ever. I mean, this little shot alone is just on surface value hilarious, even without the context of who the character is and everything like that. But while the highs are so high, the lows can be so low for this series in terms of just frustratingly terrible humor. And I'm sure some of it is a translation issue or cultural differences, and I'm very willing to admit and address that. But to me, it's just like, you can't invalidate that. Yeah, it's uncomfortable for me to read this stuff. And if you don't,
It's uncomfortable for some people to read so many things.
Yes.
And Ryuma being on fire could have been uncomfortable for someone.
For somebody, if they got their set on fire. Somebody could have lost an arm, and seeing Shanks lose an arm could have been uncomfortable. This means nothing because you're not even explaining.
it's uncomfortable for me to read this stuff. And if you don't share that, great. I'm glad people can get through this and either find it funny or it just doesn't bother them. But for me, I don't really see myself recommending this to a lot of my friends because I know they will just hate a lot of the humor.
It's
This is another point, sir.
It's cringy. Doesn't explain anything. There are a lot of things that he finds are funny, and then there are equal amounts that he finds to be not funny and cringy.
What if your friends don't find it cringy? Because you said that there are people out there that are just like, or think it's funny. So what if your friends are one of those people? How do you know specifically that they will or won't enjoy that aspect of it? Like the overarching thing, if you know they love fantasy stuff and you love, hey, read One Piece. Get funner friends.
But now I actually want to go to a meta criticism of the series that actually more or less falls on the fans. And this is going to be one that is actually me lifting One Piece up while lecturing the audience. I hope that's okay. And that's specifically a...
I've seen so many times on the One Piece Reddit, this man's videos posted and recommended. For what?
For what reason?
What is the entertainment value of what he just did?
Hey, he make the funny voice.
What is this editing? Like, it's doing nothing. How could anybody could do this? Yeah. I mean, anybody could do almost anything. But like, why is he elevated? over somebody else.
He has the credentials.
He's
He's written a book. I'm sure he's got
on pre-order.
But he's written it. And he can be like, I got the fantasy background.
But what happens if that book is panned critically?
What happens?
This man does not understand fantasy. Do you think the fans are gonna... Do you think the fans are gonna be like, yo, your book, the critic, they're just gonna be like, oh, that's a hater. We know Dan.
It's the New York Times.
There's some good people working there. Yeah, but they're not one of them.
Found how the series is talked about and the fact that it's very hard to pin down in the wider fantasy landscape, because in terms of the fantasy world built throughout this over 1,000 chapters, it's up there with some of the biggest and baddest of all time. And I've done a repeated comparison to...
And that's not enough to recommend it to your friends?
No, because, Sanji's nose bleeds.
And I was just thinking about the thumbnail parts that he used for that. And he used Chopper from the movie, from Film Gold. Why would he not insert something that ties into the humor part? As just a random screenshot.
Well, that's the second book of his series. You know what? I got some Amazon credits. I'm subscribed on Scribd. There's an audiobook. Maybe I'll listen to this.
Don't look at me.
I'm just looking at you because you're here. You think I'm gonna go, hey, join me on this venture? No,
that's what you said with Boruto.
No, I literally said, join me on the venture.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm not saying that this on.
Okay, but you were looking at me.
Oh my God.
And I've done a repeated comparison to Malazan, which I immediately get pushback for every time. Let me further explain myself. I'm not saying that tonally or setting-wise it feels anything like Malazan. It absolutely is not and doesn't. But what I am saying in terms of the two authors' approach to crafting characters and factions and ideas within their series are extremely similar. I'm not just talking about...
But he's just flying by the seat of his pants!
You can't be both.
In it. Erikson is a writer who every character he puts in, to me at least in my reading, has a direct purpose to complement themes or ideas within the text. Not every author is as efficient with their character utilization. And I find Oda to be, especially with his star cast as well. He defines very clear lines between different factions and characters, and often people who are against each other. They're not just against each other in the literal ideas of the page, but their personality and philosophies of who they are as individuals is also thoroughly explored. And it's the same for...
Bruh, okay, so is this video 3 minutes of what he perceived to be One Piece problems, and then 8 minutes of blowing fantasy series in One Piece?
It appears to be so.
This video isn't even correct in its naming. This dude is a bum.
He's quite bad. And based upon what he said of just like, hey, One Piece has clear lines for factions and motivations as well. Based upon purely that, I can say so many things that do that and is not special whatsoever. But he got to write a whole book and edit over months. Oda got one chapter. Absolutely. One chapter a week.
Both series. We then also have the way the world is explored, and I find Malazan's different dropping in and just learning, figuring out as you are introduced to these different landscapes also feels rather One Piece-esque, and its approach to world building I enjoy, where every island you just...
This is his pool. This is what get people in. He references other stuff, and people go, ooh, stuff. And then maybe
we reference other stuff.
Yeah. But we reference stuff within the same landscape. And he goes, I am a fantasy expert. I'm referencing this thing. And you go, oh, if he's referencing this thing and he's saying that that thing is good and One Piece is doing a similar thing and it's also good, I am justified in liking One Piece. Thumbs up.
Why are so many people trying to justify their fandom or justify their hatred?
It's a very good question. I don't know.
Why are you looking at me?
You know, some people don't have friends and they don't have that in-person connection to somebody to talk about.
I didn't have friends that were into anime. I didn't try to justify my fandom.
Yeah. We were young too, quite young. So can't even use the they were kids argument.
Kind of get this new reintroductory. The only through line is One Piece has the same cast going about. Well, in Malazan, you're often not quite as lucky as to have the same full cast appear everywhere. So when I say One Piece is Malazan-esque, I mean it in a less literal sense of the narrative and more of just the approach of the author into crafting their fantastical worlds. But this is actually the criticism I'm getting at. One Piece kind of exists in this middle ground where it does belong in conversations with many of the biggest, baddest fantasy series of all time in terms.
Why can't its own be its own thing? Why can't I just talk about One Piece as a One Piece instead of going, it's doing similar things to this whatever fantasy book that you just mentioned?
Why can't you shut up?
That is an option, to be honest.
Of its world development. It has this very soft, squishy approach towards fantasy elements that I think is so valid in the modern fantasy world building conversation, especially in a.
It has this soft, squishy approach to fantasy that I think is so valid in the fantasy conversation these days.
You don't think it's valid in the fantasy conversation these days? Do you?
What was that even?
Soft and squishy. It's the English name for soft and wet when it finally comes over here.
Oh my god. I am not looking forward to the part 6 names.
Day and age where so much of fantasy is dedicated to hard magic systems, it's been really nice to see this softer one with some rules, it's not the softest ever, really come into play. And as I've started to learn what haki is better, that's been another very fun element. But because One Piece is manga, I don't see many of its fans bringing it up in these bigger fantasy conversations, which kind of drives me nuts, because so much of what I've been talking about for fantasy for years on this channel, I can provide awesome examples from.
So he said that One Piece has a soft magic system. A soft magic system doesn't have hard and fast rules. It is wild and undefined. The reader can see it play out, is often unaware of its mechanics. Gandalf came back to life because he's a wizard. Rules can't be broken if you never establish them. There are hard and fast rules to One Piece. Haki is defined. The devil fruits are defined. This is not a soft magic system, and or if it is, it's not a soft and squishy hard soft magic system. There's a lot there that's quite defined and explained and explored
with One Piece, but people don't do that, and I feel they should, and I get weird looks if I bring, or weird comments I should say, if I bring One Piece into that conversation.
It's a manga. When people are talking about fantasy, it's usually through novels. It'd be like bringing up a book when you're talking about comics.
It's two different mediums, two different styles of storytelling.
Now, if you're talking about the fantasy genre as a whole, why wouldn't you bring up movies? Why wouldn't you bring up TV series?
People act like it's totally removed from the fantasy genre when the only difference is it's a manga, not just a novel. Does that make sense? And that's why I provided the example of the Malazan to One Piece comparison, because people just go, wow, it's manga. It's not comparable at all. It is. Intent of the writer comes through so strong in both series, and I love the idea of comparing and contrasting these two. And I also got told continually that, like, One Piece is the Wheel of Time of manga, which I wasn't sure if that was people just trying to convince me to read it by saying that.
Stuff. I don't know these things.
I don't know what the Wheel of Time is. I don't know. What if I don't think the Wheel of Time is any good? I'm going to look up what the Wheel of Time is. I mean, I know it's a book that he loves because it's big up there. Wheel of Time is a series of high fantasy novels written by author Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson as co-writer for the final 3 novels, originally planned as a 6-book It spanned 14 volumes. Is he flying by the seat of his pants, adding stuff, being too long, all this extra? Because it was supposed to be 6, and it more than doubled it. What's even the plot? Sorry, I did premise. At the dawn of time, oh my god. At the dawn of time, a deity known as the Creator forged the universe in the wheel of time, which spins the pattern of the ages using the lives of men and women as threads. The wheel has 7 spokes, each representing an age, and is rotated by the one power which flows from the true source. I'm not reading any more of this.
Wow, that sounds boring.
I mean, maybe it's good, but it is.
Something fans actually say. I don't really know. But that's how you got me as a reader to look at it, by putting it validly within the wider fantasy conversation. So I want to encourage fans to do that more. I will absolutely be doing a video essay in the future where I talk about humor in Discworld versus One Piece. And I think it'll be a wonderful video where I'm able to talk about things other people haven't, because no one's doing that with One Piece yet. And so in a day and age where
they're not comparing two things that are nowhere near the same, but they're just in the same fantasy genre. Nobody's comparing Kingdom Hearts to Die Hard. They're both action. I guess I gotta do it.
I gotta be the one to tell y'all. Hey,
why does nobody see the connection here?
Hey, what's the best action series you've seen? Oh, Kingdom Hearts. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, why can't I bring Kingdom Hearts into the conversation? I'm talking about RoboCop.
Jack Bauer, 24.
What the?
fantasy is finally being looped in with many of the more seriously taken genres, because people are realizing that adding fantasy elements does not invalidate theming in a literary discussion, since I'm also trying to encourage doing the same thing for manga, because manga is just as valid as just your standard literature.
You've read one manga. Don't act like you're an expert. You've read one, and it was the best one. You have no ground to speak on this.
And I want to push back on the ideas that it somehow isn't, because yeah, I want to encourage people to realize that manga has just as much to offer often as regular books and literature and novels. I phrase that weird, but you get what I'm saying. So in summation, I wish Oda, or Goda, as you all like to refer to him as, would practice more self-restraint when it comes to
you
writing
didn't
One
demonstrate
Piece.
You brought up Wheel of Time, and it's on your bookshelf, and it was 6 volumes, and it became 14. Are you talking about?
Why did you title this
The Problems of One Piece, and then
half of the video was
more
not
than half
with One Piece? Maybe you should have some more structure.
Maybe you should have some more restraint.
Maybe he should have just been separate videos. No, he had something that he wanted to talk about, and he had to tack something else on.
For that sweet ad revenue.
Sweet as honey.
Because otherwise this video would have been 4 minutes, and you can't make money off 4-minute video. You gotta hit that in post 10.
Watch one red line review, and I'm a pro. That, oof.
He seems to be kind of a just go along and include things as they pop in his mind writer, which can be great if you have a lot of it planned out, but it seems he has gone off the path he intended. And he's just wandering around at times.
So, your one and only example was the supernovas. They explained within the story there is a set path that you can take when you begin your journey, and you can never run into anybody. Luffy does not read the papers, so he would not know. And the people that do read the paper, they know. And what are they going to talk about? Hey, did you see what Kid did? Okay, yes, I did. And then they move on. It's a single line. It's not worth speaking on. So there is a reason why we did not know about any single one of the supernovas until now.
I think One Piece's humor can make the series kind of hard to recommend, but the biggest takeaway from this video...
Why are you putting this in cap like you did an entire in 5-hour video. Like, in conclusion, no, you're saying what you already said.
Hard to recommend, but the biggest takeaway from this video is I want to see more mangas brought into the wider fantasy conversation, and I encourage people to do that because
More manga like what? Because you've only read one.
There is no other examples.
it's a medium that's valid, and its best material
Who says
should
it's
be
not
considered
valid?
in the
It's
conversation.
just the people that only read the fantasy stuff. They're not going over to the manga stuff because they need an introduction. They might just be like, yo, I only like fantasy. There's a whole world of manga out there.
On top of that,
ones.
the people that are reading manga may not read stuff like The Wheel of Time or whoever that author you kept talking about, Madsen or whatever.
I've got no interest in that. And
Yeah.
I'm not going to read it for parallels to One Piece.
When it comes to book, and especially fiction, I am very much more into detective and mystery and horror and all that stuff. There are so many times I'll look at fantasy novels and I'll go, I just got no. In the 14th century, you've already lost me.
JoJo is just like Harry Potter. Exactly.
Exactly. Why aren't you bringing it up, guys?
Equal sign.
Equal sign.
And hey,
The
JoJo
wire.
is just like Naruto, so Harry Potter is also like Naruto. It's a transitive property. We're all on the same page here.
Thanks for coming.
Like.
Fantasy genre's best material. Manga is not a genre, it's a medium, so it's totally fine to bring up fantasy mangas within the conversation of fantasy. But anyway, let me know.
But the person
They
would have
don't
to know
consume it.
what you're talking about. Cause I'm not just gonna go to my grandma and be like, yo, you watching In the Days of Our Lives? That's a soap opera, a long running story. Have you read Comey Can't Communicate? There's no conversation to be had there.
Thought of this video in the comments down below. Like and subscribe if you have not already, and hit the Patreon if you want to support what I do here.
No.
Have a good one, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, the unstructuredness of it made me give it a 9.
Yeah, same. It would have been worse if he talked more about stuff. Okay, so he said he had enough intelligence to articulate his points without examples, so there didn't need to be spoilers. He didn't say nothing.
He didn't say nothing.
It was such overarching non-points that what can you argue against?
Inconsistent humor. Oh, I love some of the humor and I hated some of the humor. Oh, the nosebleed.
There will be no more suffering tonight, Jay. We've suffered for, what's our time frame? 2:20.
Goodness.
Y'all good.
Goodness.
What's our
gracious.
homework? What's the question?
Homework.
I'm gonna make up my homework on the spot. I might redo it next time.
Homework. Favorite video game characters. I have a lot, so I'm just gonna rattle them off. And if you need me to stop and explain somebody, I will. But I have a lot. I tried to limit it to 3 per series, and then I have a whole bunch of for fighting games. So I got Sora, Kairi, Aqua from Kingdom Hearts, Futaba, Haru, the twins, Marie, Naoto, Chie, Elizabeth from Persona, Celestia Ludenberg, Himiko, Gundam Tanaka, Ibuki, Manami, Angie, Tenko from Danganronpa, Daisy and Wario from the Mario series, Velvet Crow, Sophie, Hubert, Rita, Elise, and Rowan from the Tales series, all different Tales games.
Of course.
All of the cast from Final Fantasy X, save for Kimari Ronzo. And then once you go on over to 2, I love Pain, put her in there. Final Fantasy X, that cast is amazing. Shut up, everybody. And then the fighting game people, we got Isabel, Amy, Bayonetta, Eddie Gordo, Blanca, Jury, Big Band, Miss Fortune, Venom from Guilty Gear, because he has such a stylish way of fighting with his pull cues that I don't see how anybody can play him. Sin and Carmine. That's my favorite video game characters. Tentative list. I didn't put everybody. I got tired of making that list.
I am definitely gonna need to come back to this. I'll rattle off some quickly. Miyu Aroma from Danganronpa. Cassie Cage from the Mortal Kombat series.
Alex, yes, we're doing questions.
Yeah. We're just doing homework for right now. But yes, do all that crap. Chip from Guilty Gear. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to come back. Umbrella Lady from Skullgirls. I love her so much.
Does it be
Parasol.
Parasol.
Love her.
She's got a great design.
Martial Law, Forest Law from in Tekken. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to this list.
I'll skip over the top 3 moments for each Straw Hats. My goodness, Straw Hats, because that's a bit longer. I'll go over the favorite TV shows. I didn't include any cartoons because we've already talked about cartoons. And there's one thing that I want to talk about with BG here. Oh no, I said your name. It's Always Sunny. Friends, I still like Friends. I don't know how good it'll hold up, but I'll check in every now and again. And the reunion was great. Forensic Files is very good for the murder stuff. 60 Days In is a show where they take people and they just throw them in jail for 60 days and go, hey, what's our problem with jails? And it's just like there's fighting and there's drugs and moral issues. It's just like, do I smoke this? I want to be cool with these guys. It's really, really good. I didn't talk about the Tangled TV series, so I added that here. I never saw Tangled, and then I saw it and I really liked it, and then I started watching the TV series, and that's also really good. The Joy of Painting with Bob Ross, that man is a genius. I don't know how he does it. That man could just swoop, swoop, and he goes, that's the entire sky. And I'm like, what the f did he just do? I looked down for a second. The Boys and Invincible, and the last one is Chucky. I watched the first 2 episodes of Chucky.
Oh, you finally in there? Dude!
It's disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's
so
on
good.
YouTube. Watch it. It seems like they're gonna put up the whole season after it airs on.
Crap.
It's so good.
Chucky is too good. So that's favorite TV shows. You got anything?
Oh yeah. I can rattle off a few. Favorite TV show: Forensic Files. I'm gonna go cartoon too. The Life and Times of Tim. Monk.
I forgot about Monk. Monk is great.
Yeah, Monk is great. Manifest. I really like in Manifest. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to that. I'm definitely gonna have to do my homework.
Favorite anime YouTubers? There is 1.5 because
I have 0.
I realized I don't watch anime YouTubers, and that's Best Guy Ever. I still think that he's good. And Digi, when they were doing their anime stuff, they were good.
Okay.
That's my 2. But now Digi does not do anime stuff like they used to and now. So, top 3 moments for each Straw Hats. Get ready for this one. Luffy, I got Climbing the Mountain.
I would put that.
I got Shoot the Flag.
I would put Say You Want to Live instead.
And I got Smiling at the Crew versus Katakuri.
I have Punching the Celestial Dragon.
That's safe. Zoro, I got Scar on the Back is a Shame.
Yep.
I got Cutting Monet but not hurting her.
That
was awesome.
I would put if you don't move around too much, it won't open up when Arlong ripped off the tissue.
And I got versus Kabaji where he goes, phew, I'll injure myself.
I would probably put
Take the Pain.
Take the Pain was a strong one. It's I got on the wrong boat.
That was good. For Nami, I got Luffy will be the Pirate King.
100%.
And really, that's all we need. But I got also with Usopp, when Buffalo and Baby Fire were flying away, where they just go, when the enemy's backs to us, that's where we shine.
I would have Luffy help me.
And Smug Nami on Whole Cake.
I would have This Pain is Nothing compared to hers when she took the Spike Woman's thing through her foot.
I got Sanji the first time that he did the Skywalk.
Yep.
Legitimate chills
Yep.
the first time I saw it.
I kept running till I couldn't run anymore.
So I flew. I got versus Duvall, which was just riotlessly hilarious.
I would go Diablo's Jamba the
and
first time.
I got eating the food off the floor with Whole Cake.
Yep, that's good.
For Usopp, this was the hardest one.
I might come back to
and this
honestly.
legitimately, you might just agree with all 3 of these.
Okay.
Because they're the obvious ones. I got rubbing the dirt with the shoe.
1,000,000%.
I got don't make fun of Luffy.
Yep, I will put that up there.
I got coming back for the Tontata.
You know what? That might be the list.
Because that's it. For Chopper, I'm a pirate versus Godatsu, where he finally just went, I'm alive.
Yeah,
I
enough
can
of
do
this,
this. Enough of this. I gotta take you out, or you gonna take our crew out. And then when he just yells, I'm a in pirate, I love it.
Honestly, I would put, I can only use this whistle in certain situations from Skypiea, and then something funny, and he just instantly blows it.
I got Monster Chopper, which was great.
Of
Just
course.
like, please nobody come into this room at least. And I love his coordination versus Oz.
Yes, that was great. Same arc. I love, you know what? No, Mocha. I love Mocha. That whole interaction.
Mm-hmm. For Robin, another difficult one. I got embarrassing as a human.
Which was?
Pirate docking.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that was great. I would have her interview.
I got the dragon that she cried over.
Yes, that would be there.
And I got her demon form.
Her demon form was great. I would have her going berserk over Aokiji saying that she's gonna betray y'all and blah blah blah.
For Frankie, I got Big Emperor.
Yep.
I got versus Senior Pink.
Yes, I rewatched that. I went, this is way more tremendous than I thought.
And I got crashing into Big Mom. Where he
That
just
was
crashes
great.
into
That was
Big Mom.
great.
Like, what the did I hit?
I would have
it's just a Yonko.
I would have Robin seeing him for the first time after the time skip.
And Brooke, another difficult one.
It's so many.
I got Young Lady.
Yes. Oh, 1,000,000%.
I had to narrow it down for okay. I got Young Lady. I got To Be Continued.
That was great.
Where he was telling the story, it just goes To Be Continued. That's when I was just like, oh, you! And I got Trio, Duo, Solo from his past.
That's fair.
Just put the whole past. Top 3 moments from all Straw Hats. There you go.
We're not counting Jinbei.
Not counting Jinbei. I can't think of one. Sorry.
Let's see these questions.
So yeah, that was all the homework. I'm still working on all my manga that I gotta get through, slowly but surely. No real reports. The things that are slice of life are still chilling with the slice of life. The things
Blue Lock is getting worse by the chapter.
Excellent.
Why Daisy?
Why Daisy? Because she is very fun. She is very energetic. She's got a great color scheme. She is the complete antithesis of Peach. I do not like Peach because Peach is just a princess. She's a rough and tumble. Yeah,
I think I like Peach more when she's doing like sports stuff. Like that type of area.
Because it's not just Peach doing, oh, hello, I'm Peach. It's Daisy going, Daisy is the awesome one. She's a whole lot of fun, and I like her, and she makes me fun. There was a big Twitter thing of her going, Nintendo, woo, yeah, let's go. That's what I like to see. Because as the years go on, they give the Nintendo characters, the Mario characters, more and more personality, say, for Mario. So Luigi, just instead of just being Mario's brother, he got more and more of a coward. And
more and more.
So yeah, Wario's just more of a piece of crap, and yeah, and they gave that to Daisy. I'm like, this is the fun one, and I like fun spunkiness. I'll put up one of Dex's.
Oh yeah, his drawings. I'll do that. I'll wait for a question that we can. Yeah. Have y'all read or watched Go 13? I have not. I haven't even heard of it.
I haven't even heard of it.
Or maybe I did, and it's something else.
It's
GOLGO 13. Maybe I've heard of it and I just haven't.
Oh, Gunman! I remember him from the hit video game Jump Force.
You know what?
No, he wasn't in Jump Force. I think no, it was because it just ended. I think the creator passed away, and then a bunch of people. Yep, he passed away, and then a bunch of people did tributes to him. Okay. That's where I know it from. Okay.
No, never haven't.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
Venom is a D6. Least favorite Kingdom Hearts. I could put some up while you talk about that.
No, Sonic is the best video game character. No debate. There is a debate to be had.
Least favorite Kingdom Hearts.
Least favorite Kingdom Hearts 300, and I need to get this title right.
358 over 2 days.
How do you know that?
Let's see if it's correct.
It is.
Yep, I thought so.
Okay, no answer.
What part? What am I supposed to answer?
How do you know?
That is a good question. There's just random things I know.
Yeah, 358 over 2 days. It's just because number one, I don't like Roxas. Number two, I love Zeon. Zeon is great. I don't like the combination of Axel and Roxas. I don't really like Roxas himself. In the entirety of the Organization 13 members, there's like 4 or 5 that I like. The battle system wasn't all that good.
I can't get over Chain of Memories battle system, so.
And the whole purpose was basically just, hey, you want to know why Roxas got another Keyblade? Here it is. And also, like, hey, Kyrie was a Heartless for a second. Wouldn't she have a whatever that was? So yeah, that's
made her
why
a Heartless for a second.
She was a Heartless for a hot second. No, she got her heart taken for a hot second.
Okay, that makes more sense.
But she was not a Heartless.
There is a difference.
There is absolutely a difference, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you like me to explain that to you?
I'd rather you didn't. Thank you.
Okay, there's no time.
There's no time.
There's never enough time.
Celestia, yeah.
Celestia mother in Lutenberg is top of the mountain. This is not a mother's basement. There are other peaks. There are no other peaks. There is a single mountain and a bunch of hills.
Also, by the way, while we're finishing up our stream, there's people on the 2200 streaming Back for Blood. If you want to do that, it's Mike, it's Ralph, podcast people, along with Amber and one of Ralph's friends, Brett, who is doing our D&D campaign with us.
You're not rocking it today?
No, because I had to do this. So
yeah, you pick.
It was
poorly.
Poorly. If we had just done Dan Greene, I definitely could have made it.
Well, would that have been worth it?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Friends is quite good. Quite a bit doesn't hold up, though.
I figured as much.
Favorite and least favorite One Piece filler. Favorite is G8 and the one where they lost their memory. Least favorite is the fighting dugongs from the New World.
Yes. I will also put in all the dumb, wacky ones like, hey, we're in the Kabuki times now. Those are fun.
Those are fun. Oh, I thought you meant those were bad. Yeah, stuff like Chopper Man, I can rock with that.
Yeah, Chopper Man, the hey, we're gangsters now. Half of the Foxy arc was filler.
Overrated One Piece villain. Overrated. No, they're incredible. Maybe Rob Lucci.
That would be the one gun to my head if I had to.
Yeah, maybe Rob Lucci. If we're talking all villains, probably Monet. Because there was a lot of Monet join the crew.
I don't know why.
Yeah. But if we're talking like the big bad, it'd probably be Lucci.
Yeah. Because there's ones where people don't really care, like your Wapples, so he's not overrated. But the people that people love, you got Crocodile, no. Enadu, no. Lucci, the argument. Magellan, I don't think that he's beloved.
But I would not put him up there.
I also would not put him up there. Any of the 3 admirals suck my balls.
Yeah, maybe Akka.
He's such a threatening.
Yeah, the presence.
He's so threatening. Because you know when he shows up, it's gonna get real.
What did you think of the Jack and Patricia stuff? Also, did you think of the vid on Patricia's channel and Jack's response to Smudge?
Oh, yeah. I had not gotten to that yet, person.
Okay.
I'm gonna get to that eventually. It's just been kind of a dumb week for me.
Understandable. Sometimes you gotta have them weeks where it's just like, I don't really want Soraga Hyro Dakara, very cute. Dude, I am getting into way more slice of life stuff.
Good man. I got some recommendations for you if you like to hear it.
I gotta expand my horizon.
Hey, it looks good. I just went through my manga app and I just went slice of life comedy and I just went, hey, download this. Got a bunch of stuff. Couple of them panned out.
Okay. Which Disney World would you like to see in the next Kingdom Hearts? Coco.
Coco. Dang, that's the only answer, isn't it?
Dude,
Dang.
do you know how much I would play it instantly if there was a Coco world?
It would be a whole lot of fun as well. Let me look up recent Disney movies.
Yep, while you're doing that. Are y'all going to give the Boruto anime a chance? I'm actually going to watch it.
Nope.
Good or bad ending on a cartoon show? Good ending. Hey Arnold probably got the best ending.
Pepper Ann, I look
I am
directly
rewatching-
into your eyes.
I am rewatching Pepper Ann. I understand. Worst ending? It might be maybe Rugrats, because it just kind of floundered and it was like, well, it's all grown up now.
Sir, it's still going on.
The original?
It's got a continuation.
Well, that's not fair.
Zootopia would be a whole lot of fun.
Zootopia would be great.
I think that Moana would have been fun if they didn't do pirates, because it's a whole lot of sailing.
That makes
But
sense.
I think Maui would be a whole lot of fun as a companion.
That makes sense.
That's my answers.
That movie was mid.
Yes, it was.
Um,
I wouldn't say mid. It's mid. It's slightly above mid.
Good ending for this kid would definitely be My Little Pony's Friendship is Magic.
Absolutely fantastic ending.
I can't really think of bad endings for cartoon shows though,
'Cause
most
some of
either
them-
just get canceled or
They just go, and the adventures continue. Doug had a really good ending. The original
Yes,
Doug.
yes, the
where
Nickelodeon
it was
Doug.
him and Patty and we're going on a date. It's like, it's a date, right? They got into the Comey stuff of just like, make no mistake of what's going on here.
I don't like you as a person, but like a man likes a woman.
I will never get over.
Are you caught up in?
Yes, I am.
Dude, her hair. When I saw that, I went, "My God, my girl is doing it."
They're just not even talking about
They're not even addressing it. Oh, Comey, you changed your hair. It's just like, my God, it's so great. You should read some real guy. You should read Real Same Guy Made Slam Dunk. Oh, so it's called Real Same Guy Made Slam Dunk. Yeah, I'll probably get in there. I love Slam Dunk. Probably my favorite sports manga of all time. For Halloween, have you tried to read Monkey Peak?
Monkey Peak. That sounds fake.
Please let me know what that's looking like, because I'm always into more horror stuff.
Ooh.
Yep, I'm in there.
Oh
All
my
right, thank you.
goodness.
I'm going to write that down right now, Monkey Peak.
Oh, wow. Oh, look at that. I really like that. Huh.
Good call on the Monkey Peak.
Wait a second. How long is this? Doesn't seem like it 12 volumes and it's finished 120 chapters.
That works.
It's just straight up horror. Okay.
Monkey Peak. All right.
A group of employees at the pharmaceutical company are on a hiking trip. After the company suffered a crisis, the CEO hopes to improve teamwork and morale amongst new and old employees with this trip. Not everyone is as excited as he is. Unfortunately for them, they soon find themselves having to deal with problems they weren't prepared for. What's going on with these employees? Will they fall in love with hiking? Will they be able to work together, get along, and bring the company back on its feet? Ready and find out this heartwarming story of adventure, friendship, and teamwork.
All right.
Okay. Like it.
Have you tried to read Blade of the Immortal? Is underrated samurai manga. It is on my list. That's one of the older ones. This is homework. Please write this down. Top 5 Disney princesses and top 5 Sonic games.
I mean, wait a second. We can do Disney princesses because there's not but like 12 of them.
Yeah, we could probably rock that. Mulan.
Mulan, top of the hill, just met her. She's a very nice lady, and I'm so happy that she was such a nice lady. So we got we get a full shot. That's a rug. We can do that.
You could have did a full list.
We got a rug.
Okay.
They're all there on the rug. So we got Princess and the Frog Lady. We got Sleeping Beauty. We got Mulan,
I did love
who
Princess
is-
and the Frog Lady, even though I didn't like Princess and the Frog.
I never saw the movie. We got Pocahontas. I've never seen Pocahontas. We got Little Mermaid. I'll put Ariel up there.
I'll put Ariel up there. I'll put Jasmine up there.
Snow White is basically nothing. Jasmine. I'll put Jasmine in there.
Yeah, Jasmine.
Belle.
I need to see Brave, though.
I heard Brave was kind of poopy.
But I heard Moana was amazing, so...
True that. I'll put Tangled in there as well. So, that's the list. There's a lot of stuff we haven't seen. We suck. Top 5 Sonic games? Yeah, we're going to have to put that on the list.
Mao is a good action story. I'll check that out.
But for Sonic games, Colors and Generations are up there.
Mm-hmm. The top 3 Straw Hat question included Carrot. We'll come back to Carrot then.
Did it include Carrot? But she's not on there, and I didn't want to be unfair.
Yeah. Daisy is goated. That's all you need. Rosalina is better, and she's super tall.
For Carrot, really quickly, I'll put my number 1 favorite moment is please let me come with you. I've packed all the essentials. I've got carrot juice, carrot cake, and a carrot. That is the moment that I fell in love with.
And her drawing the Beast shown in Straw Hats. That's probably number 2 for me. Yeah, that moment alone is what made me love Carrot the whole.
Right there.
Hey, I packed a carrot.
How long do you think this journey's gonna be? A couple days?
What? It's gonna be weeks.
The sea sure is vast, isn't it? Jimbei time.
Nejimaki Kaguya wholesome action manga.
Rosalina is not better. She is super tall, but she's not better. Which one is it? Nejimaki
Kaguya.
Oh, well, I didn't expect that. These are wild. Ooh, I like that screenshot.
Jay, I'm just gonna have to come back to the chat for you, cause you recommend a lot of stuff and it's always good looking.
Some quality stuff. Is it done? Hey, it's done.
I am a fan of done. Favorite character from every Final Fantasy game you've played. It'll be a very short list, but we'll come back to it.
It won't be for me. My favorite character is Wakka from Final Fantasy X. Yuna from Final Fantasy X2 because she grew up and just basically became a different character, but she was still her lame self. And the list of Final Fantasy games that I've played ends there.
I've played way more than him, so my list is going to be longer.
So I will write that down.
Thank you.
I hope that you remember this time.
Just started reading more manga. I'm reading Spy X Family. Get in there! Spy X Family is the best. It's not the best. It's my favorite manga outside of the ones I had. It's my favorite manga I've recently gotten into. I'll put it that way. Jay, I'm going to come back to all your stuff later on. Yeah, I love Mario Strikers because they have such fun personalities. Absolutely, and plus it's a great game. Favorite seinen anime manga. Might need to come back to that.
Claymore.
I need to look up.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to look up that senpai.
Like I said, I'm just coming back to him. Or her. I don't know if Jay's made the transition yet. Or how they want to be referred. I think I'll just say them for now.
Them is always safe. Oh, yeah, this anime. I've got this anime on my list.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just called My Senpai's.
Yeah, I'm going to have to come back to you. Because I got to go through what all seinen was.
Yeah, Claymore. Claymore is amazing. Manga. Read the manga. Because it's really good. And it's done. And they had a great ending.
What are your thoughts on... What are your opinions on Oda's thoughts on dinosaur biology with Queen? It was just, he's modified. Don't worry about it.
Oda does what Oda
wants.
Oda
does what he's gonna do.
And Oda, hey, this is good for a joke, and it makes Queen a whole lot more threatening. The moment that I say Brontosaurus Blast is gonna get BAM!
It was so funny. I was just explaining Brontosaurus Blast, not to Oda done it again!
Queen is legit amazing. Switch up to Det when you get a chance.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Favorite Mario enemy? Waluigi.
Wario. I like the big old thwomps. Woo, when they fall down and you gotta stomp their butt. That's always good. The King Bomb fight in 64 always stuck with me. I love that fight.
Yeah, it's a great fight. Have you guys heard Luigi theme in Mario Strikers? I'm sure I did because I was killing it. Thought on JoJo Part 9. It's not out yet, is it?
Not to my knowledge. I hope that it's good. I hope that somebody pulls them back.
Yeah, that's a man that needs some restraint. He got his chance to just do whatever he wanted.
To be free.
And it took too long. Rox is a punk.
Rox is a big punk and I hate him. And my little brother was playing through all the Kingdom Hearts games. And my other little brothers were sitting there watching them. And at a certain point, you know, he got to Kingdom Hearts 3 and they already knew about Vanitas and Vanitas and all that stuff.
How could they not?
And I was showing them just like, and they came up just like, hey, is there anything coming up that we should know? And I showed them the time that Roxas and Ventus looked at each other and said nothing. And that's one of my most hated moments in all of Kingdom Hearts. Why? I'm like, these mothers look exactly the same. They are basically the same characters. Maybe their hair is flipped a little bit different. And they just look at each other like, huh. And then they just move on. You don't walk down the street and see an exact copy of yourself and be like, that's all right. Moving on. That was the moment. I was like, do something with that.
Wow, people have known a lot about the 3-5-8 over 2 days. Top 3 fights for each Straw Hats. Write it down.
Writing it down.
Lost the money like a dumbass. Roxas.
Like a punk. Can't swing a wooden sword worse. Had to struggle for that.
Jay, your question was just answered. Why don't you like Roxas? He was pretty good in 3-5-8. There was a commercial for 3-5-8 that pronounced it as 3-5-8 days over 2.
That is, I hate that game, but that's infuriating to me.
3-5-8 is the next one I'm playing, so wish me luck.
Oh, God
it's rough.
Bless you.
Roxas and Riku are my favorite Kingdom Hearts characters, and Aqua.
Aqua is the only correct answer. She is the best. I know I say this a lot, but she is the best Kingdom Hearts character, bar none. Her self-sacrifices perpetually. Hey, I'm flying away. Let me release. There are people getting into the series.
Yeah.
Back up.
And we're trying to finish this off. Celeste was the best for me before I saw Ibuki. Ibuki's a strong answer.
Ibuki is a very strong answer, but Celestia will always be number one.
So go ahead.
There is a list of Danganronpa characters that we did a long time ago.
I think it's the first video ever on the channel.
Yep, and then the second one was the Dragon Ball Super one.
Yep.
That it can be unprivated.
It's been unprivated.
Oh, it has been?
Yeah, both of them were.
Oh, yeah, so just go back to the first video and you'll see our big list of every single Danganronpa character ranked. And we give reasons as to why. We legitimately just give reasons for why each person is placed there. Except for the characters that we don't like or don't have much to say. And we just go, and they're basically nothing and we move on.
Or we'll just go, just stop me when there's someone you think we need to talk about. So am I off the chopping block now? Absolutely.
You're safe, Hope. You're safe.
It's over.
You're
for now.
Good. but you know, calm down on viewer request month too. We got our eye on you. We'll say that.
Probably because Hot Harpy Lady and I just love her design. Yeah, Monet's design is fantastic. I love Monet, but my God, tone it down.
I like the personality as well.
Magellan was just a wall for Luffy. Absolutely, and he was a great wall. It's all good. Take your time.
Man had a job to do. And he goes, you bastards hopped into my prison. Ain't nothing I can do but poison you.
I want Atlantis, the Lost Empire. Favorite GTA game, San Andreas.
Atlantis would be fun. I've only seen it once, and I remember liking it. I've only played the top-down GTA games.
Really? You never played 3 through none of the rest? Okay.
Not my type.
I want another Lilo and Stitch world in Kingdom Hearts. I want with them in Hawaii instead of only in the spaceship.
Yeah, the spaceship was kind of lame. I can see why you would want the whole.
Oh wow,
Hawaii.
Wally wasn't in Kingdom Hearts. I would be down for Wally.
Well, never would have.
I could have sworn.
Not even a summon. You're right.
I could have sworn.
The jump world in the future would be really good. Why haven't they done that? Cause I'm like, yeah, Monsters Inc. We don't really need that for 3. I can understand Frozen. That's an obvious one. Having seen Tangled, I can understand that. Because Tangled is amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen Big Hero 6.
Yeah.
So I don't know about that. But Mike swears by it.
Oh God, more furry Sora.
It's a bit weird. Yeah, it was a bit weird.
Cars would be cursed.
Car Sora, I think that they are cowards. And they don't know how to make them fight. Because I'm pretty sure it was a pretty big struggle for Lion Sora to fight.
Jay, you are still recommending. I'm just gonna no. Don't even look them up. We could just go back through the chat later on. That's what I'm doing.
I'm gonna look them up.
Cause they're just like it won't stop. There's so many.
But they say wholesome.
Wholesome is what you look for. Have you read Beastars? It's actually the very next thing I'm reading.
One of our brothers love it.
Okay.
Secret furry.
Would Sora be a car or a plane?
I think Donald would be the plane, Goofy would be a truck, and Sora would be a car.
Should I read or watch Comey? I hear y'all hyping it up a lot. If you want to get through Comey, one chapter ain't enough, one episode ain't enough. So if you want to get to that next part, definitely read it. There was some things that worked better in the anime. There were some things that worked better in the manga. It's really up to your preference. I particularly would go manga though. Incredible
easy thing to do would be read the first 3 chapters or whatever correlates to the first episode, and then watch the episode and see what works better for you.
I think it's 2.5.
Yeah, if you like the pacing better or whatever, you go over to whatever.
Incredibles would be good if they didn't do Big Hero 6. I think it still could be.
Yeah,
good.
why didn't they do Incredibles? There's no Incredible representation.
Ooh, webtoons. I'll definitely take some of those, Jay. Mashal.
Look like Mashley.
Yeah, because you can't see very good.
Out of one eye. This looks.
In fact, I can just bring this up to the big boy.
Looks a bit weird, but looks interesting. It looks like a magical school. Colorful cast of characters, though.
Worst Kingdom Hearts world.
Tarzan.
Yeah. I heard you, Buggy. I'm gonna definitely look that up.
Tarzan. Because I just don't like Tarzan.
Okay.
People aren't rocking the mermaid, the 2 under the sea levels. Shut up. They are both amazing, including the dancing one with the music that timed, and that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Shut up. That was amazing. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to go Tarzan. I did not like Tarzan. It was just a big jungle. And Frozen. I didn't going up and down the mountains. That was kind of. And then with Tangled, it's just a big forest, and I got lost a couple times. I wouldn't say that that's the worst, but I would say that it was a bit too big. I love the big stages. They did a whole lot of good big stages, but tone it down a little bit.
I thought Rapunzel was good. I don't think Meg counts as a princess from Hercules.
I don't think so either.
Brave
But
is
then
a bad.
again, Mulan shouldn't.
Brave is a bad Disney movie. It starts good, then bad.
That's what I heard.
Oh no, I'm not looking forward to that.
That's what I heard, and I'm like, I like the Scottish thing. She has a good design. She's a rough and tumble arrow lady, but
who doesn't love that?
I just don't want it to get stinky.
Y'all, The Princess and the Frog movie, good, not great, absolutely. Waka
I've never seen it.
Oh,
I don't like black people.
I recommend Waka, that all bad thought.
Yep, Waka. He was setting his ways and just like, no Albed, no Makita. Hey, maybe don't tell him that you're an Albed. He'll kill you. Love Waka.
I recommend Holy Light. That manga is a true definition of a grounded fight manga compared to Baki and Kengan Asura. Or Ashura. Story about bullying. I'll definitely check that out, Jay. Remote Stormlight Archive. I think you've recommended that before. I have looked into that.
Yeah, I wrote that down. I'm going to look into that one hard.
Isn't Claymore a shonen?
Shut up! I'm going to look it up to see if it is just shonen or a seinen. I'm pretty sure it's a seinen. There's a lot of people getting cut up and stuff. If not, I'm going to have to edit that Wikipedia.
Little Mermaid is the worst Kingdom Hearts world.
Shut up! It's not! It's great! It's fun!
Yeah, okay.
You're all wrong!
Roxas is cool.
Wow, a lot of wrong people in the chat. No facts tonight, huh?
Thoughts on part 7?
Y'all a lot of facts.
Thoughts on part 7. My favorite part tied with 4. Not a big fan of 7.
Not a big fan at all.
But I understand why people love it.
The biggest issue is I don't like Johnny nor Gyro enough. And there's only 2 of them. If I didn't like Josuke or Okiyasu, there's a bunch of other people. It's basically just them, and then there's Diego every now and again, and Hot Hands.
Yeah.
So if I don't like them 2 enough, it's gonna be worse for me.
I think it's got some of the best fights in the series.
It's got some great fights, and also the whole ratio thing of just like, I need to get this ratio, and then he just throws it and then he does it. I go, all right, you just did it. That's basically what it is for me. It's not high up there for me, unfortunately.
Would you buy a figure of Ventus or Roxas?
Piss.
If given a choice.
But it's horror, so it counts.
Yeah, okay.
Would I buy it?
If you had a choice, which one would you buy?
It doesn't say if there's a choice. It said, would I buy one?
Hey, if there was a choice, which would you buy?
It would have to be Ventus because I could see myself getting the trio from Birth by Sleep. And he has to come with them. So I could see myself getting a Ventus. I could also see myself maybe getting a dual Keyblade Organization 13 outfit Roxas.
Okay.
Because he wasn't Roxas then. It was just like, I don't like Roxas.
Well, what's up, Black Cat? You came at the end. Nomura is a different animal when it comes to storytelling. Yeah, he's insane.
He does what he wants when he wants and how he wants.
And it's what it is.
It is.
You gonna like it or you gonna not like it.
Shut up.
Just shut up if you don't. Snake Woman and Offering Sean, very wholesome. I can only think Roxas and Ventus didn't really talk because of the bigger situation going on at
But
home.
at least a look, an eyebrow raise, something. Or just don't have them look at each other. They literally turned their heads, saw each other, just sort of nodded, and then looked back. And then in the DLC later, they were fighting next to each other. You go, hey, you're Roxas, right? Pretty good moves. And I'm like, you look exactly like me.
Aqua or Celestia?
Okay. Oh no! Oh crap! Oh no! So here's my thought process. I think that Celestia has a much better design. It's a fantastic gothic lady of huge drill horns. I love it. And she got that dumb little 1 finger hook on her arm, on her finger, and it's just no reason why it should be there. I don't know why, but I love it. It's fantastic. It only shows up sometimes. She's got a much better voice actress. Both of her English, because sometimes Aqua is a bit spotty. Aqua, her self-sacrifice and stuff is so amazing. She is so caring. And I love her color scheme with just the blues popping. What is the answer?
Oh, look at me.
Okay, I need an answer. Can I confidently say Aqua? If I were to say Aqua is better than Celestia, that doesn't sound right. Celestia is better than Aqua. That sounds more wrong. It's Aqua.
Okay.
Don't make me choose like that again, Jet. Legitimately. No more of that. I don't want it.
What was it? Yeah. I don't think Marshall is very good.
Jet, he's gonna write down all of your suggestions and check them out.
Definitely, because I need more manga.
We see him. We see you in the chat. We're not ignoring you.
I didn't grow up on Kingdom Hearts, and I started playing during quarantine.
How are you finding it? How you liking it? Because I can see that it gets a little bit better playing them sequentially, just all in a row, so you don't forget certain little things. Because there are certain things that are just like, did that happen? And then you got the whole Diz, Ansem, Xehanort. I'm Xehanort's nobody Ansem, but I was pretending to be Ansem, but I'm actually Ansem. That whole thing gets better when you have them all in a row. Because when I was playing, I was just like, okay.
I don't like how Wonderland was just boxes. Aqua better than Xeon, better than Kyrie. Alice in Wonderland, Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, but there was a bit of a maze, and you could jump up in the Wonderland would be up there. Mm-hmm. Aqua, Xeon, Kyrie. Switch Xeon and Kyrie, and we're good.
My favorite world in Kingdom Hearts is Timeless River. I don't care that it's basically a novelty and real short. I love how it looks, and that they downgraded the audio quality for it.
It is very creative. I'm glad that maybe not glad that one's in Smash Bros. I would have preferred, if I could get any other one, I would have preferred Pirate Sora, because Pirate Sora is Sora's that design best look.
Is disgusting.
Bar none. But Timeless River's a bit of fun. And the look, how Pete is all buffed up and his smooth edges on people's faces is really creative that they did that. And I really like that.
Person co-signing a couple of the things Jay suggested. I recommend Real. You've already said that. I already said I would. By the way, I've heard a lot about Unordinary. How is that?
Newman, I've heard of that.
Newman, I've heard.
I've heard of Newman. I think one of our brothers might have recommended it. How much stuff do you read, Jet? I can't recommend but 4 things.
Favorite trio in Kingdom Hearts and organization member. I really like Lark Zane.
Larkstein is my choice as well. Trios. The answer is obviously between the Birth by Sleep crew and Sora. Not Sora. Yeah, Sora, Goofy, and Donald. Just because Ventus brings down the Birth by Sleep crew, I'm gonna go with the straight up Sora, Donald, Goofy, especially with Kingdom Hearts. My favorite line of all time comes from Donald, because all throughout the game they go, "We're 3 half pints." All throughout the game, and then it's just like, Sora, you gotta go on up there and do it. And he turns around and goes, "I can't do it without you guys." And then Donald goes, "You're a full pint all by yourself." And I went, oh! That is my favorite line in all of Kingdom Hearts. You're a full pint all by yourself.
Do you guys like any rock music? Absolutely.
Oh, love rock music.
Soft rock, hard rock.
I don't listen to naught but rock music, and then there's other weird fringe stuff like the Gorillaz and stuff. Top 3 are Fight Star, which is an English band. It has Charlie Simpson, who I believe is the greatest singer of all time.
Most of our rock tastes are post-hardcore music.
Fight Star. Story of the Year, which is a very good sort of hardcore band. I Set to Kill, also amazing. There's a whole lot. And also Gorillaz. Gorillaz is always on the top of the hill. It's not exactly rock, but there is rock stuff. Yeah. Love rock stuff.
Yeah.
Rock, metal, post-hardcore, post-alternative.
Metalcore, that type of stuff.
A rock orchestra, all just give me.
I loves me some like operatic female singer with some metal.
Oh my goodness.
Kitty is one of those.
Into my veins.
In This Moment does it a little bit, but I wish you would go a little bit more hardcore with it. Glass Delirium is really good for it. Yeah, so we listen to all types of rock music. Dance Gavin Dance, my number 1. With a bullet. Have you guys read Batum? You don't even need to look this up, because I just finished reading Batum.
All right, shut up, me.
It's really good. I like that the author was like, I have 2 different ideas for the ending, so pick your ending. So there's a light version where basically everybody gets out and everybody does. All the main people get out. Happy ending, blah, blah, blah. And there's a dark ending where 2 of the characters die and it's just like, we've got to save the world from this organization and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I prefer the dark ending because the light ending, it you know, they win, but we don't get to see the characters that got out, what they did after the fact. Is basically just the main 2 and then a little side story. And yeah, I prefer the dark ending.
The light and dark ending, that sounds like a good motif.
Oh, we're almost done.
All right.
Yep. Any interest in Voice of Cards? Oh, is that game where you build your card deck?
Oh.
Please, I'll look it up myself.
Don't know why you looking at me.
I thought you were looking it up.
Nope.
Voice of Cards. Yes, absolutely. I'm playing this. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. Yeah, you better say Sora, Donald, Goofy in that order.
Sora, Goofy, Donald.
Y'all just don't like Donald because he not good.
It's not that I don't like him. It's just that of the 3, I like Donald. It's just of the 3, he's below Goofy.
Dumb reasons for hating each Straw Hat member. Write it down. Joey, do you mean dumb reasons for us to hate them or dumb reasons we've heard people hate them for? Favorite video game villains, please write that down. Also, done well with games. I need to finish Chain of Memories, but couldn't because Skip couldn't card system. Oh yeah. Some people find the card system with Chain of Memories a little off. It is legitimately one of the greatest battle systems I've ever been.
It is a pure and simple. This is one of the greatest, if not the greatest, battle systems I've ever played, or this is unplayable and I hate it. It is. I've only ever seen those 2 things.
Oh yeah, Rex, I've enjoyed Nightwish from what I've heard. I just can't remember too much because I listen to so much. I can't remember anything great that I heard by them.
Just giving us enough for the in rest of the year.
What do you think of Black Lagoon? It's a good series. I enjoy it. Dub's pretty good.
I haven't seen enough of it.
Have you tried Dungeon Encounters? No, I haven't.
I love Roxas busting out the Oath Keeping Oblivion to kick butt. Way better than Sora doing it in his limit form. Yeah, the shot of him, bam, bam, as it's swirling near around him and he's fighting axes. That is a very good shot.
Dumb reasons you've heard other people hate them for. Okay.
Other people. Okay, I'll write down the other people. I can already think of some stuff.
The original Chain of Memories or the remaster? Oh, I was playing the original on the Game Boy Advance.
But both are acceptable.
Person, this is going to be our last one. What do you think of Dante and Virgil from Devil May Cry? I played a little bit of Devil May Cry, a couple of the games. I enjoy them. I enjoy their dynamic. But I really like them in Marvel vs. Capcom more than I like them in their own game.
Chain of Memories on the Game Boy Advance, my favorite Kingdom Hearts game because of the card system. Rechain ruined it for me because the cards were not built for 3D space. I thought that it did pretty well. I don't remember having really any issues, especially playing it and seeing my little brother play it. But, you know, if you didn't feel like that, you didn't feel like that.
There's nothing as such thing as best objectively, but One Piece is my favorite.
I think something that has the least amount of problems, you would have to go to like something that's one chapter. Yeah. It's just a quick story in and out. That's a harder question to answer than anything.
All right,
but I read a lot of stories because I enjoy good stories. That's all you can remember. You gave like 20. What are you talking about? That's all what you
20
can remember.
It's like 50. Okay, webtoons, manga.
What you want?
The
wholesome, adult, everything, anything, whatever.
It's a little bit adult. This is a good horror one. Wholesome.
Sorry, guys, that's all I can remember.
You pulled out $50. Like, oh, that's all I got. Sorry, guys. We only needed 2. All right, we're out.
Yeah, don't come to these.
Yeah, we'll stop doing
anymore.
them. Yeah, that would be the move.
Especially on these when part two ones like that, you can skip part 2. Just go ahead and just like, you know what? I'll see y'all next week.
Squid Game was pretty good. Episode 6, tremendous.
Yeah, episode 6 is one of the greatest pieces of TV that I've ever seen. All in all, I think that it's really good, totally watchable, totally recommendable. Yeah, ask us more later because we can talk about that quite a lot with spoilers and stuff that we didn't like. Because we never really sat down and talked about all of it. We did a little bit on the podcast, but that's it. I'll be back with 20. You already gave 20.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, we got Revisited coming out whenever that is. And
the next episode of Revisited is tomorrow, DSP. Head on over to Twitch, watch them play video games.
Didn't you just put out one Friday?
No, I think it was Wednesday. We recorded Friday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was thinking just like maybe want to space it out a little bit since this is a stream.
Well, the DSP one could be cut into 2. And if that's the case, then we could do Sunday and probably Tuesday.
We don't know what we're doing next or when we're recording next.
Yeah, okay. We can space it out.
Yeah. So
I don't care.
I don't care. Yeah, we ain't got nothing else to announce or anything. Stop! Legitimately stop!
Hey, get us to that 1K so we can do our marathon stream.
The 1K for the marathon. That's the other thing. We're gonna pimp that out. So
after we get to 1K, we're never gonna pimp out.
Yeah, we're not pimping it out for us being like, yeah, we're gonna get to 1K. It's to do the thing, and it's just like, at a certain point, it's gonna get less and less relevant. So we want to hit it as fast as possible. So if you're not subscribed, maybe subscribe, tell a friend, whatever, if you want to, or not, whatever. We don't care.
We're gonna do it regardless.
We're gonna do it regardless. It might come a time where it's just like, we ain't hitting anytime soon. Let's do it.
All right.